Good morning, everybody, and welcome. It's the Front Porch, WBOK 1230 AM. What New Orleans is talking about
all day long.
I'm your host, Graylin Bryant Banks.
And I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree. Hey, y'all.
Myra Dupree on the other side of the glass, y'all.
I thought that was Curly Sue.
What could have
The
been?
slide thingy.
The slide thingy.
Still trying to figure that out.
That's
But
all
hey,
right.
y'all.
Go get it. It's a little different here, y'all, that we usually get, courtesy of the slide thingy.
Yes, the slidey thingy.
There you go.
It was in the way.
Thank y'all for joining us as we begin today's broadcast of the Front Porch from the historic campus of Xavier University, from our studios right here at the foot of the overpass on South Norman C. Francis Parkway. www.wbok1230.com is the address if you want to stop on by. Grab yourself a comfortable chair, a mug, or a tumbler of your favorite frosty or steamy adult beverage. Mind your manners, say good morning, holler at your people, and kick it with us for the next 3 hours as we continue to examine this world through a 504 focus scope. And of course, the top-ranking way we love to hear from each and every one of y'all is the WBOK 1230 AM talk line, 504-582-9422. Holler at your people, let us know what's going on, how your weekend was and whatnot.
And stuff.
No, Kimber.
Hey, great. How you do?
Doing pretty good. Yourself?
I'm okay. How was your weekend?
Weekend wasn't bad, man. Weekend wasn't bad at all.
Had a good start to the weekend.
Had a good start to the weekend?
Yes.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Friday. Yeah. Shouts out to the good folks over at Up and Adam.
Yes, we did have a great start to the weekend.
That's right.
We're greeted by your fans. I mean, they said hey to me, too. They saw me first.
Yeah.
So I was greeted first.
John and Natasha and John's sister and the lady said, you don't know me, but you know me through them.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Thank
What's
you.
happening?
Good morning.
Yes, they had just enjoyed a lovely outing at Up and Adam.
Yeah.
And they were leaving as we were entering.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, went on up in there.
I had a good time.
Had a good
some
time.
good food and
Libation.
yes.
That's right.
Cheers.
That's right.
It was definitely a good start, great start to the
The
weekend.
2 cups I left with, the final one left last night. I was sitting there watching Preacher. Because I
Preacher?
never saw Preacher. It was AMC. Shout out if it was shot down here.
Okay.
I see a lot of people I know, and I'm like, damn, man, ain't no calls for Preacher, man. What's that? But
Right.
It's over now. It has run its series. I think it was 4 seasons or whatnot. But I actually started watching it because I saw something was on it. I recognized the background. I said, "Wait a minute, that's the city. What is that?" And I thought it was a movie, but it turned out to be
A series. Okay.
And so I was sitting there watching that,
Mm-hmm.
and I opened the refrigerator, and just that little cup was right there. Hey,
You
mister,
say, hey, how you doing? You know
don't
me in
treat
it. You
me
still
bad.
want me?
Yeah, don't treat me bad. You had the top on me just like the cork in the bottom, so I still got a little physiality.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So yeah, it worked out, man. It worked out. So yeah, that was a good start to the weekend, and it just flowed through thereafter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did a lot of TV watching. I did a whole lot of TV watching on yesterday.
Oh, yesterday?
I did.
Yeah, yesterday evening.
I watched a whole bunch of what is that? I watched. Okay, Peacock has like when Netflix first started, they used to have like these movies, these African movies, and if you can get through the dialogue, some of the plots were pretty cool.
Okay.
Well, they have these black movies that are like BET or what was the other network that like Unsung came on? TV One.
TV One.
A lot of those different movies were on. They're on the Peacock app, and I was just sitting there watching. Some of them were awful, some of them were okay. But once you get locked into a certain point, I need to know how it ends. So I watched a lot of those kind of movies on yesterday, and it was cool to just like to even think about how much content and how many film representations are on that you will never see because it's just so much out there
all the time. And now that was the case even when film was just film, but now you have so much content. You have so many different places where creative people are putting together. You can see whole original movies on YouTube shot with an iPhone.
Yeah.
Written, plot, shot, the whole nine.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
Everything. And you have got to do something in order to stand out. It's got to be really good. But that doesn't stop people from making them because you as the maker can't determine what's really good.
Right.
You just make it. And people will tell you if it's really good, if it's really trash. And if it's really, really, really trashy enough, it becomes a classic. Right? Attack of the Killer Tomato. Have you ever seen that?
I have heard of it because the ridiculousness of the title was just like I saw the Blob.
Yes,
the Blob.
I saw the Blob at the drive.
The Blob was a lot.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
Shout out
see.
to your mom. She took me and my brother.
Really?
We saw the Blob. Airline?
Okay.
Airline Drive. I think it was called the Airline Drive, and it might be the golf course right now.
Oh,
okay. Yeah.
I saw the Wiz there.
You saw? Okay. Yeah.
I saw the Wiz at that particular movie theater.
At the drive-in.
Yes.
We saw the Blob right there because that was. I still remember that. But with the little speak in the side of the car, we sitting there. Oh yeah.
So, the idea of the Attack of the Killer Tomatoes just like sound like a Blob. Like
if you make a really bad movie, it becomes cult.
Right, like the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
They have they dress up to go to that one, and they do the dance and everything.
People know the script word for word, timing, the beats, when the laughter. There's instructions that come to the audience from scripted lines in the theater, and people react.
Yeah.
In the audience.
I know that movie.
Yeah. I've been to a couple of Rocky Horrors.
Yeah. There's an echo that they're hearing.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Rocky Horror Picture Show is definitely one. It's an awful movie. The movie is terrible.
Well, the movie's just, and that's what it became that.
But it's funny.
It's funny
if you've seen it. And like you get those weird jokes.
You get the weird jokes. Yeah. And if you've ever been to a showing of the Rocky Horror Picture Show and see what the audience does, all of everybody who is, I'm telling you, they're dressed up as different characters.
Yes.
And in the movie, when those characters say something, the people in the audience, I'm saying you would think that it's coordinated. You would think that they have gotten with the. I mean, it is. But Because they don't do it often enough. Because I think the Britannia does Rocky Horror weekly or monthly, something like that. But I know it's still out here.
Yeah,
It's
definitely
2025.
But the funniest thing to me was finding out that the pulled up person was the guy in the garters. That was the funny. I was like, what? That's
75.
you?
It is 2025.
Yeah, people still.
And
yeah.
people are still
Tim Curry.
going to the Rocky. He became a
Tim
coach.
Curry.
Yeah.
It was like that was him, full head of hair,
That's right.
garters and heels. That
and early
was
Meatloaf.
crazy.
Before y'all know who Meatloaf
Yes,
was.
I do. I know who Meatloaf is for sure. But all of the Susan Sarandon was in that one, and I was, like you go back and look at the people who are really serious actors, but doing some really outlandish happenings in that one.
And Justice, didn't I say it? Friday, June 27th, 11:59 at the Battalion.
Wow. I would love to see people in there doing the whole.
They still
do they? Because in some places they'll get on the platform right in front of the screen and dance.
There are some. I don't think it's the audience doesn't do it, but there's some hardcore Rocky Horror Picture Show fans who I think lead it. It might be their deal, and they're the ones, like you said, who are right in the front who get the audience going along. But I'm telling you, it is the
music is ridiculous. I mean, it's
nuts.
It's comical, and it's funny. Like once you know, but it's hilarious.
Yeah. It's fun to watch if you got nothing to do on a Friday.
If you have nothing else to do,
go check
but if
it
you
out.
have not seen it, yes, the movie is awful. It is. I'm not gonna.
And if you
hold
just watch it at home on the television, you'd be like, "Why did they tell me to watch this?" But if you see it in the show with the audience interaction, it's a little bit different.
You will have a good time.
Say, why did they send me out here? But
you'll have a good laugh and giggle because it's funny.
It's the Front Porch, y'all. WBOK 1230 AM. What New Orleans is talking about
all day long.
Don't go nowhere, y'all. Stick and stay. We got to take this quick break. We'll see you on the other side. The Front
Hello, friend. Tavis Smiley here with a special announcement. You can catch my show at a new time. Weekdays from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Same great topics, same great guests, same great conversations, just a little earlier in the day. It's Tavis Smiley, weekdays 1 to 4 p.m. only on WBOK 1230 a.m. What New Orleans is talking about.
Good morning and happy Monday. I'm Morgan Lentis with WDSU, and here's a look at today's headlines. New Orleans police are investigating a shooting in the Bywater that injured a man. Police say this happened on Kentucky Street near North Rampart just before 11 last night. We're told the man was shot at least once and taken to a local hospital. There's no word on how he's doing this morning or a motive for the shooting. Then happening today, the trial begins for the man accused of shooting and killing a security guard last year at the Wits Inn in New Orleans. Tyrell Gilmore is charged with second-degree murder. The owner of Wits Inn told WDSU that Daryl King was shot while trying to stop Gilmore from entering the bar because he did not meet its age requirement. That trial begins at 9 a.m. Now to good news for the LSU Tigers, who punched their ticket to Omaha late last night. LSU bested West Virginia 12-4 to secure their spot. The Tigers will now play Arkansas in the first round of the College World Series. They won the national championship 2 years ago in 2023. Lastly, if you need help paying your energy bill, stop by the New Orleans East Prosperity Center from 11 to noon today. The United Way and Entergy are hosting an event to teach you about cost-saving resources. Just bring your current utility bill and register online. We put a link on WDSU.com. And that is a look at today's headlines. I'm Morgan Lentis with WDSU. Have a great day.
Welcome to Chemical of the Month by the community scientists at Rise St. James. This month, we spotlight phthalates, chemicals added to plastics, especially PVC, to make them more flexible and durable. But there's more. Research shows phthalates may disrupt hormones, affect reproductive health, and contribute to environmental pollution impacting our communities. Join us as we explore how these additives shape our everyday lives and the world around us. For more details, visit risestjames.org. Empower your knowledge with Rise.
Hi, this is Cary Grant. Let's elevate every Tuesday through Thursday from 6 to 7 p.m. as we discuss the community, the country, and the world, from politics to current events and sports. We look forward to your input and continuing the quality programming on your community station, WBOK. Join us every Tuesday through Thursday, 6 to 7 p.m. on Elevated Conversations, the Arnie and Cary Show.
Visit DePaul's new Algiers Health Center at 2801 General de Gaulle Drive to receive primary and preventive care for both adults and children. Services also include behavioral health, imaging, and on-site pharmacy, vision, Medicaid enrollment assistance, and more. For appointments, visit DePaulCommunityHealthCenters.org or call 504-207-3060.
Making a difference in the community. WBOK 1230 AM. You're on the front porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Back, y'all. This is Front Porch, WBOK 1230 AM. What New Orleans is talking about.
All day long.
I'm your host, Graylin Bryant Banks.
And I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree. Hey, y'all.
And as Tyron just threw it over to us this morning, of course, now he is being overseen by Amari Dupree, and they're being overseen
by Nyron Sanders,
Hey.
super producer.
Absolutely. The gang's all here,
Yes,
y'all.
yes,
Absolutely.
indeed.
Thank y'all for sticking with us on this Movie Monday, this 9th day of June. You're gone, boy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we halfway there. Look,
Yes,
Josh said I
indeed.
never saw Rocky Horror. I always thought it was a movie with all cross-dressers. Nope, wasn't all
No.
cross-dressers.
There's a cross-dressing guy in it,
Yeah.
but not everybody.
Not-
but it's just
Not
like
everybody was dressed outside of their gender.
the normal gender.
Yeah.
But everybody was nuts.
Yeah,
I can
everybody
tell you
was
that
good
if
and
you
cuckoo.
were looking for a common denominator, what everybody was, everybody was cuckoo.
Yeah.
So yeah, take a look at it, man. You like
Definitely
comedy,
cuckoo.
and I'm telling you, man, it's you like Naked Gun, gag stuff that keeps running, stuff like Airplane and
Oh,
you
God.
know, gag movies. It's just a series of gags after gags after
Scary
gags.
movie.
Scary movie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get
Spoof.
you sucker.
Yeah, spoof movies.
Yeah,
Spoof
yeah.
movies.
But it's like that. But it has been spoofed. Rocky Horror Picture Show. It was kind of original in '75. There was not other stuff out there there was other bad movies. Now
Right.
there's always been bad movies,
Right.
but yeah, it has earned a kind of special place.
Yeah, because people, when I say they load up to go, and it is comical to see
Oh yeah.
the people and who you wouldn't think would have interest in
In it.
in
Yes.
that movie.
Yes.
But yeah, no, Tim Curry, that I was like, that's the man from Home Alone.
That's
what?
right.
What? Huh?
That's right.
What happened here? what was going on? But no, it's a fun movie. Like, well, cult classics typically aren't
Great movie.
Yeah.
That's what I say. I always go back to Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. This
Yeah.
movie was like in the 30s, and it's still reigning as one of the probably worst movies ever.
Yeah, it's terrible. And then you had a spin out from Rocky Horror was the movie with Divine. Remember the big
I love Divine.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. That was John Waters.
terrible
That was John Waters.
terrible films. But if you
Oh,
want to watch some corny, ridiculous,
The end, I'm not going to spoil it. But if you've never seen Divine, what is the name of it? It's not
Divine has
is the
done quite
is
a
the
few
actress.
things.
But the one that John Waters made that put them all on the map, Oh, I can't think of it, but I know John Waters was the director. He's still around.
He's still around.
still
He is
around.
79.
Yes.
Oh my
yes,
God.
And still around.
Pink Flamingos?
Pink Flamingos. Pink Flamingos.
That
That's
just
it.
sounds crazy. That's just, but Divine was
When I tell
hilarious
you,
to me.
Divine, if you've never seen Pink Flamingo, now you just want to have a 70s crazy night at the house, and when you ain't doing nothing else, watch Rocky Horror and Pink Flamingo.
Oh, and if you're not sure who we're talking about when we talk about Divine, it was the mama in the original Hairspray.
Yes.
Yeah. So, oh my God. Divine had done Hairspray, Pink Flamingos, Female Trouble. I don't know if she was in Crybaby, but John Waters did Serial Mom.
Yes, he did.
I did not know.
That dude's a really his filmography as a director is crazy. Because what was your boy? That was when because him and Johnny Depp worked together.
Yeah.
With Crybaby.
Crybaby. And Crybaby was terrible. It was terrible.
But John Waters is known for making
terrible movies on purpose.
On purpose.
Yeah.
That's the whole and they turn out to be he's John Waters.
Right. That is crazy. I'm going through all of these movies and did not realize that this was
Attack
him.
of the Killer Tomatoes can't be worse than Sharknado.
I never saw that.
Sharknado
What was that?
is a modern day Attack of the Killer. It was done for that, for the campiness that is involved. You never saw Sharknado?
That sound dumb to me.
Think about it. Sharknado.
Like a tornado with sharks.
Look at you.
But I'm
Look
saying
at you.
if it sound that simple, it just why would the sharks be out of the water? This doesn't make any sense.
Because of the tornado. Because the tornado pick up the water.
Then that would be a water spout. It would not be a tornado. It should be over
it's not
water.
A tornado. Anyway, it's a sharknado.
But it should be over water.
And
Did they?
And that's what happened.
That's what I'm saying. This is dumb.
When the sharks came over land, then the tornado launched the sharks.
And already the science behind it made me not watch that. That is just like, this is just stupid.
Well, just to show you that stupid pays, I think they're up to Sharknado 6.
Okay.
I think they're up to Sharknado 6.
Like
so
kind of the Police Academy.
You can't
like once you get to 4 and 5.
You can't go wrong underestimating the bad taste of the American public. You cannot go wrong.
Ridiculous.
Yes, indeed.
That is quite interesting.
How many Sharknado? Now you got me thinking about
Sharknado. I remember people talking about it, but the whole idea that a shark was going to be caught in a tornado, a water spout, yes, because it happens over water, and that's where sharks reside. But if the if a why
6 Sharknado?
Why?
Sharknado 2. The second one.
It's very unserious. I can't watch it.
That's what, and you can say, because listen at the name, Sharknado 2. The second one.
No.
Sharknado 3, oh hell no.
I don't want
Sharknado, The Fourth Awakens. Sharknado 5, Global something. And the last Sharknado from 2018. So one a year from 2013, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
So it's all you weirdos who keep supporting it, and that's why they keep making more
sci-fi movies, though.
Yeah.
People watching. They have
real.
become. Well, no, I mean it's Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, stuff like that. It's all.
But
fiction.
the Blob, I watched.
The Blob.
I watched the birds.
The birds
creep me
wasn't
out.
real. Then they creep you. Yeah. Oh yeah. But that's what they all do. Yeah. Christine.
Oh, now
Cujo,
that
Jaws.
Christine, Cujo, and Cujo had rabies.
Cujo had rabies. He was a big old dog.
And nothing we could do to save Cujo, because once they get rabies, that's
and the way he had, he was good in rabies.
Good and messed up. What was that other one you said? The birds really had me messed up. Oh my God, Christine was scary because you could. Well, for starters, if you live in New Orleans and any of the lore with regard to voodoo and spirits taking you, or if not even New Orleans, if you are a person who goes to church and they talk about spirits taking over you and whatnot, that a spirit could live in a car, Yeah, that was
And it's
haunted. Crazy.
It's basically when Stephen King was interviewed about it, he said he wrote a haunted house story about a car.
Yeah, literally was that.
It was a haunted house, just like when you say haunted house, you say, "Oh yeah, look, haunted house." Which he wrote a great haunted house story, which was of course The Shining, not the movie,
the book
with Jack Nicholson.
The book,
and the remake of The Shining that Stephen King paid for because he didn't like
the first one.
Yeah, the first one became about possession.
Okay.
It became about Jack Nicholson. I'm Johnny's. Well, here's Johnny. That whole line with the thing, Scatman Crothers. But the story of the Overlook Hotel was a haunted house story.
Okay.
And that's what he wanted to be. So when he remade it, and he was the executive producer.
That wasn't the one with the twins in it, huh?
Oh, yeah.
The girls in the hallway? Yeah, no. Not watching any of that. Yeah, no. Why? Because I've seen kids like that who,
Come play with us forever and ever.
Something seems wrong with y'all.
Red rum.
I'm going to get away from y'all.
The Shining.
I'm going to get away from y'all because something is amiss, and I don't want to be caught up in any of this. Thanks.
The first Shining. Well, number one is one of Stephen King's best, top 3, in my very humble opinion, and I'm a King fan.
Okay.
And the Unabridged guy, it's just a great, scary story. If you like being scared, read stories.
Yeah, because the fact that you would have to commit to something on the page, I would just put that down.
Oh, yeah, but you can't because he's a great writer. Because you can't. Because now you want to know because he sucks you in. Oh, Chuck, it don't start off with... Yeah, you get involved. You say, okay, well, I can see this. It's a regular American family. Some things didn't happen. They got through the problems. You get a job, second chance, opportunity to work.
And this looks wrong. I'm going to head out.
And you can feel it. You can feel the tension building in the novel. You can feel it. But you don't know where it's going because you don't know who or what is the issue yet.
Yeah, no.
And then...
I am very good at discerning unsafe situations. And I don't know where that discernment came from, but I'm grateful for it. But I'll be in places and go, this looks something. I think I'm going to leave. And then I'll get a call, right after you left, such and such and such and such. Yeah, I felt it coming, so I'm going to head out. So things that appear, I have not watched all of The Shining. I've seen some of it.
Saw the Jack Nicholson scene, of course.
Right, but I mean, because that's the memeable one.
Yes.
But yeah, no.
Well, you don't like scary movies, but this one,
though.
Well, this one, if you like scary, I'll put it to you.
But I don't like scary movies that seems like they can be applied to real life.
Don't watch the Jack Nicholson one. I'm gonna find the Stephen King remake.
Okay.
Watch that. Watch that.
It sounds unsafe.
It's a really good scary
unsafe
movie. What's going on, Josh?
Good morning. How y'all doing?
We
doing
good,
all
man.
right.
How
Good
you
morning.
doing?
I'm good, man. I had to call about that Shining. Boy, Timber, I was like you. I was afraid of it too, mainly because them two girls.
Come play with us
Forever
man,
and ever.
And that little boy yelling red rum.
Red rum.
That
Red rum.
on that big wheel. So that was scared too. But then, like you said, Grelin, I saw the remake.
Yeah.
And it makes sense now. I'm like, oh, this is a good movie.
Yes, sir.
It's a good movie, Kimmy. You need to watch that remake. The remake is not as frightening, and it helps you watch the first one.
Yeah. Yeah. See, the first one you concentrate on Jack Nicholson because he's a great actor.
Yeah, he
played crazy very well.
He sucks up all the air. And there was some other great actors in that movie. But
Scatman Crothers.
Scatman Crothers.
I was a fan of Scatman Crothers because he was one of my favorite Transformers. He was Jazz.
Yeah. Oh, Scatman.
He used to be on Scooby-Doo a lot too.
His voice.
Yeah, his voice.
Yeah. He had a lot of work, man, because he had that recognizable scat. They knew it. When you heard it, you knew it. And that's what you want, man. And people just kept behind.
Him and Fred had that cold-blooded single.
Yeah.
That boy could play. I don't know what the instrument was called.
With
Fred was sucking.
a tub with a stick in it and
tub
one
with a
string.
stick and a string. I don't know what type of sound that made. Before
Scat
that
Man
was a hit.
playing the ukulele. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, that you can let hold tight. Man, boy, get off, boy. I got off. They got off. So that I got some TV shows gems for his music, like Tom and Jerry, Issue Ain't My Baby.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah.
And none of that get pretty much passed over. That doggone Jetsons. Eek, ock, ork, means I love you.
Ork, and that means I love you.
Ork, well, that what his name was? Johnny Jetstream or something?
That sounds about right. That sounds about right.
He was a rock star in the
That
future.
boy had a hit. You hear me? That was a hit.
What was the daughter? Judy. Judy had the hots for him.
Yeah, Judy loved him. Judy loved him.
He was like, that dude was like the Justin Bieber of the Jetsons.
That's who he was, man. That's who he
Justin
was.
Bieber. He only had one hit, dude, but that
it
stuck.
Jetstream or something. What, 40 plus years later, you still remember it?
And I think that because since the Jetsons was a straight ripoff of the Flintstones had a rock and roll, an episode like that where their daughter,
but they ain't hit, dude.
No, it didn't hit. I'm trying to think of which one it didn't.
Pebbles
hit like
and Bam Bam.
Pebbles, like the
one of the singers
rock,
or somebody.
Wilma, one of them.
Yeah,
somebody it was just the same thing.
Something like that.
Yeah, I can't think of the song though, because they tried to do the same thing. But you're right,
Nah,
it didn't slap like the Jetsons.
Yeah.
What was that, Hanna-Barbera?
Hanna-Barbera. Yeah, Hanna-Barbera.
The Jetsons, to me, was pretty clairvoyant. Besides the flying cars, we pretty much living the life almost on the slick.
Almost.
Bro,
we got the driverless cars now.
You got watches that you're talking to, but that was from Dick Tracy. That was before. You remember Dick Tracy?
I remember the Dick Tracy movies. I like the Dick Tracy movies in color.
Little kid, Dick Tracy was we had comic strips and comic books, and Dick Tracy was a detective. And guess what he did with his watch? It was a phone. He could talk into it. He called back to headquarters. Oh, yeah. And then from that, you had Get Smart with the phone in his shoe and all the different gadgets and all that kind of stuff. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
To me, my area of clairvoyancy was the Jetson and the James Bond movie.
James Bond.
Man, that dude James Bond had some of the coldest calls ever. Black boys that had the Master Martins doing everything, Kimber.
Oh, I remember. I've watched many James Bond movies. Pierce Brosnan and the Forever James Bond is was the man he was 1,000 before he transitioned. Sean Connery.
Like Larry Moore. Larry Moore, 007 is the ones that I watched. I never watched Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah, I watched Pierce Brosnan and I watched Sean Connery. To me, that'll forever be
Sean
Connery 007.
My favorite all-time, all-across Bond movie scene, of course, is Live and Let Die and the second line scene in the French Quarter.
No, when the guy got jugged at a funeral.
And they were doing the dirge. Funeral coming down the street, he's standing on the light post, dude walk up behind him and say, "Hey man, whose funeral?" "Yours." Then he fell on the ground. They dropped the coffin on top of it, lift him up, and then the band struck up. Everybody started second line. Of course, that would be my favorite.
I like Larry Moore ones better. The cars he had, he was clairvoyant. Even Jaws, the evil villain was clairvoyant because not everybody wearing the same teeth Jaws had.
Oh Lord!
Jaws had them platinums.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, I think that was titanium, bro.
I don't know what it was, but when they broke that lamp, I was like, "You about to die."
But I still think
you about to die.
Two of them stand out to me. My man Odd Job. You remember Odd Job, the little Asian cat who had the wore the derby, and the derby had the knife in it. He could throw the derby across. He cut the head off a statue.
Yeah, I do that. He was Asian dude, right?
Yeah, Asian dude.
Yeah.
Odd Job.
I do remember that.
Yeah, I mean, Odd Job was a bad dude because he was the henchman.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't the actual villain. I forgot who he worked for. Blofeld. Maybe he worked for Blofeld. But yeah, he was a henchman.
Y'all really do remember details from this.
I remember villains.
I do not.
I remember villains.
That 007 Roger Moore was ahead of his time, Kimber, man. You ain't know what he's going to throw out on you. You ain't know what. And it was never a situation he couldn't get up out of.
I never
He had
paid
an answer
that
for
much
everything.
attention to those things.
Now
Well, look,
the
bro.
kids got Tom Cruise.
That Stephen King Shining remix, you seen it, right?
I've seen it, man.
Yeah,
that thing's
it's
good,
a 3-part. It was made for TV, and it's a 3-part film adaptation of it because he didn't really like the first one. But yeah.
So I'm gonna sign up for somebody to terrorize me. I
Oh
don't
yeah.
think so.
Oh yeah.
It's not bad though, Kim. It just give you more understanding what's going on.
I'll take your word for it.
You like scary movies, so I don't think
I
it's gonna
do
be bad.
like scary movies, but if it is
Like you said, you
too,
like, oh,
if it is too realistic, which is like Dean
not
Koontz used to
realistic.
freak me out
Oh,
so
I love
much.
Koontz, man.
Dean Koontz
is
used
another
to
one of
just
my-
like run me raggedy because it was just like, oh my
Lightning.
God.
He wrote
No,
a book called
there was
Lightning.
the Hand.
Yeah.
There was that one. If you're a guy and you've read The Hand, I don't know how you manage going to the bathroom, but there.
I never read a book. I never read a whole book ever in my life.
There's a movie that he had that started off. I think it was about a serial killer or something like that, where he had the family tied or bound in a position of prayer, like they were
This is
all.
Stephen King's book you talking about?
No, Dean Koontz. And so to read that, let me just put this down because that's okay.
What time of the day are you reading it?
It don't matter.
It's
It
dark
don't matter.
at noon.
Yeah.
Koontz and King and what's my man name who Clive Barker? I don't know if you ever read any Clive Barker. Oh no, they dark.
Paradise Lost is another one.
Oh, Milton was just nuts.
Paradise Lost is the one that'll be like,
Milton was just nuts.
you
dude.
know what? Man, no, I'm gonna
What's
check
wrong with
out
these
and put
books.
this
I
down.
might be into this. How many pages are these books?
They're
long.
long. Yeah,
They're pretty
Paradise
thick.
Lost is long, but it is
But it's a
very
good
much
book.
just a lot.
And listen, Books of Blood, if you're looking into Clive Barker, it's a series of short stories because that's when he first broke onto the scene. He's written novels since then, but a good introduction to him would be volumes 1, 2, and 3 of the Books of Blood by Clive Barker. It's a good one. And have you ever read the actual Shining by Stephen King?
No, I've ever read it.
Read it. You'd have seen both movies, and I'm gonna tell you what, you ain't gonna never be more scared than you are when you read that book.
You're not finna terrorize
when you read
me
that book.
through
Check it
pages.
out, and
I
let
mean,
me
the
know.
book goes
We gotta
in. I
take a
can handle
break.
the book.
Huh?
I ain't no punk like Kim, but I can handle it.
Well,
Rick,
go
get it.
for
And that's
it.
what we're gonna talk about.
And
that,
then you
bro. It's
tell me about it.
I think it is Stephen King top 3 out of all of the things he has written. You check it out, and we're gonna talk about it, bro. We gotta
You
take
hear
this
that,
break,
Mark?
John.
You hear that, Mark? Tell Mark too.
Mark listening. Mark
We're
listening. You
reading
know
the
he
Shining.
on it.
We're reading Shining.
All right,
All right,
bro.
we're gonna take this break,
All right,
buddy.
see ya.
All right,
It's the Front Porch, y'all. WBOK 1230 AM. What New Orleans is talking about.
all day long.
Stay. Y'all don't go nowhere. We're going to take this quick break, and we're going to see you on the other side of it.
This is your news update for WBOK from WDSU. For all your news and weather, watch WDSU News, New Orleans' leader in live, local, late-breaking news. Today at noon and 4 p.m.
Scattered showers and thunderstorms throughout the day, ending by late evening. A couple of these could turn severe. Main impacts are strong winds, heavy rain, and lightning. If not impacted by the rain, temperatures reach the low 90s, filling up to 105. A few showers possible for tonight with lows in the 70s. Another round of heavy rain possible for Tuesday with highs in the upper 80s to low 90s. More rounds of rain and heat for the rest of the week. For the WDSU First Warning Weather Center, I'm Raven Richard.
This is Monica Pierre along with Sally Ann Roberts Daybone, co-host of Your Power is On.
Tune in Sunday mornings from 7 to 8 a.m. for music that feeds the spirit. Get your Sunday on.
Right here on WBOK 1230 AM and WBOK1230.com, the station you listen to all day long.
Are you passionate about community safety and police accountability? Tune in to The Monitor's Mic, where we talk about oversight, policing, and you. Hosted by the Office of Independent Police Monitor, we're here to shine a light on policing issues that matter, from real-time policing updates to in-depth interviews. Get the facts and stay informed. We're breaking down complex issues, highlighting community voices, and holding people behind the badge accountable. Join us for an informative hour every Friday at noon on WBOK. Your city, your police, your show. The Monitor's Mic.
Hey, New Orleans, look for important changes to your natural gas service. This summer, Delta Utilities takes over for Entergy Gas with a Louisiana-born, Louisiana-based approach to safe, clean, reliable natural gas. No interruptions or rate changes due to the transition, just dependable service and modernized technology to keep you running smoothly. Get to know us at deltautilities.com and stay tuned for more later this summer. Delta Utilities, focused on natural gas, committed to New Orleans.
You're on the Front Porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Welcome back, y'all. It's the Front Porch, WBOK 1230 AM. What New Orleans is talking about
all day long.
I'm your host, Graylin Brian Banks.
And I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree. Hey, y'all.
It's Tyron and Imari on the other side of the glass, tossing it over to us two at a time, y'all. Yeah, Naira's still over there. You making it happen. Good morning. Yes, indeed.
No hey.
Hey, we ain't no hey, but you know.
Nobody can hear you.
You can see. Well, no, you can't see it because the camera's not on the other side.
Right.
But it's all right.
Okay, now can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
we can now.
Hey.
There you go.
There we go.
See that? You can't get people used to stuff and then don't give it to them.
Mm-hmm.
They be getting all thrown off.
There you
Did
go.
I unplug it?
Mm-hmm. I don't think you did. Let me see. Hold on. Keep moving it around.
I'm moving it around. We are having a bit of mouse trouble, but we are working on it as we speak. There it is. See, it is back.
It wasn't all the way disengaged, but it was a little separated.
The mouse, sir. The mouse. It's okay. It's a thank you for looking out. I saw the look on your face because like, yeah, wait, hold up. Roaches is one thing.
Wait, bruh.
You got a mouse in that? No, we don't got no mice. The computer mouse.
Yeah. Yeah, no, because I'm gonna head out. If it was a different kind of mouse.
Oh, yeah.
Things like that. I'm gonna head out.
Necessary.
Did you see your girl won?
I saw Coco smack that bow tie. We was talking about that. Yes, and she beat the number one. And she beat her beater. She didn't beat her. She beat her beater.
Yeah.
The girl got all flusterations.
She was cussing at her own team.
Cussing at the people. Oh, see, because that girl, and when you saw, the more she got frustrated, the more you could see them lasers coming out Coco. Just locked in on and said, do what you got to do because we about to play some tennis.
Yeah. Whooped her behind.
Yes, she did.
On Saturday.
One.
But the commentary was, it's not that she beat me, it's just that I made a lot of mistakes. Girl, you
call
lost.
It what you want.
You lost.
That's fine. You say tomato, I say you got your butt kicked.
You
lost.
lost.
It don't matter. Whatever the reason, and you know what? You could be right. You are probably right. Loss can be attributable to so many things. Ill being prepared, mental fairness, being out of shape.
Even with the people yelling your name. The people was chanting for you and everything. You
still lost.
You still lost.
You still lost.
Still lost. And
And moreover, Coco won. She beat you.
Yeah.
She beat you.
Yeah.
And she was very classy with it, which I didn't expect anything less.
I would have been all right with her doing a little second line, little crip walk, little whatever she decided she wanted to do. She could have alligator right there on Yeah, she said
She
not
laid
because
right
she
back.
played incredible, but because I made all of the mistakes.
That's right.
You lost though.
That's right. It's fine, a game.
Mm-hmm.
I understand the reason that you would try to say why you lost.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody's gonna say that, and if it's very rare that you hear a post-interview, post-game interview with the less victorious side in the battle, and they say we just got our butts kicked.
Mm-hmm.
They always talk about what I didn't do, what my team didn't do, who shot John, who killed Dead. See, of course, that's expected.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, on the other side of the arena,
and Coco better
another
than me.
team is being interviewed because they won.
I mean, I don't know. I guess that's just her opinion.
Yeah, what?
But
Whatever.
I won. Would
But
have been
I
the
won.
follow. Would have been the follow up. But I won. She lost.
That's fine.
So opinions. Yeah. Okay. Opinions.
I don't know why she lost.
Schmo opinions. You still lost.
I don't know
baby.
why she lost. And she would be absolutely right. What do you think about what she said? I don't know. She
Mm-hmm.
knows better why she lost than I would. She would know that. So if that's what she said caused her loss, okay.
But Twitter lit her up, and now she had to backpedal and twerk on the fence, because they lit her up. It was basically, you was a sore loser.
And baby, that's why everybody can't be classy. You're fine. But at the end of the day, whether you did it or whether you didn't do it, there was two people on that center court.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the match, Coco Gauff was the victor. Now, okay, you had a bad day, your mouse had a heart attack, your parakeets got anxiety, whatever reason you want to give as to why you lost. Now, don't get me wrong, you was the number one in the world.
Was.
You didn't fall.
You were.
You were.
You were the number one in the world.
You were the number one in the world. So
now
you
she
were
is
not a joke.
Right.
You were not a joke. You were not. You was the number one player in the world, and Coco beat you.
Yes, she did.
Now I don't. Again, whatever excuse you got, you do your thing. Whatever reason you got, there you go.
You still lost.
And that's the end of the day. You can't change that. You can say.
still
I expect
lost.
people to say that. I mean, losing is all you lost in front of the world.
Yeah.
And then you lost to Coco. Lost your number one.
But
That
again,
frustration.
you lost to Coco Gauff. That you lost. Now I can understand you because I don't like to lose.
Right.
Right. But in the same breath, just because I don't like to lose, saying that you won, that you didn't win, I just made mistakes is just ridiculous.
But that's that ego. You was a champion, of course. You go. But the world got right back at you because the world watched what you did.
Yeah.
The world watched you lose.
They watched
you lose. So
for
when
sure.
you're coming out here, you're just making yourself. That's the whole thing about being mature, being able to handle loss. Don't nobody like to lose.
Mm-mm. Agreed.
Nobody I don't like to lose. I'm not gonna speak for everybody.
Agree. That's
I
an
don't
agreement
like
we
to
can
lose.
make.
But if I end a fair fight and I don't come out victorious, I'm
Then
not
it is
holding my
what it
head
is.
down. I might be blooded, but you'll never make me bow.
Yeah.
You'll never make you bested me to damn a shake your hand, I'ma leave. You asked
And
me
if I
about
get
it. It wasn't my day to day.
And if I
This
got the
person was
opportunity to come back, or
I'ma
I
get
knew it was
another
coming back,
chance.
I'm gonna do what I can
I'ma do
do,
what
and
I
it
gotta
is what
do.
it is.
That's it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get better. It wasn't my day today. It wasn't my day. Shouts out to XYZ who put on a better performance today. Just wasn't my day. And that's it. Know about what they didn't do.
And you
Come
can
on
still
now.
be angry. Like, I'm angry. I'm frustrated
I'm
with
frustrated
me.
with me.
But not to shade nobody, and
See, that's why I like tennis, especially singles.
Yeah.
Because it's like ping pong.
It's
It's
you.
like shooting pool.
It's
it.
you.
Yeah, it's you. Ain't
You
no-
it.
You it, baby. You it. You win, you win. You lose, you lose.
And if you lose, I mean, it's not the end of the world. You get to come back.
Yeah.
You get to make another go at it. But like, yeah, I don't like sore losers. And if you lost, you lost.
If again, a fair fight.
You can't win them all.
I say that.
You can't win them all.
A fair fight. If you were in a fair fight, you did everything. You prepped, you practiced, you did everything you were supposed to do. And when you hit the ring or you hit the field or you hit the court, you lost.
And that's okay.
You just lost.
That's
but,
okay.
You know, I understand you. You're a human being. I expect you to be perfect.
I don't want you to be necessary. Not that I
the world
get you to
gonna
be
get you straightened out, though.
happy about it, but
No.
it's a fact of life. At
It's a
the
fact
end of
of
it
life.
all, you cannot win them all.
And you lost, and you know you lost because you lost. You didn't lose because of anything other than the fact that you lost.
And that's okay.
You didn't win.
That's okay.
That's what that is. But it's all right, because guess what? Coco won. And that's what we ought to be talking about. And that's what I won't concentrate on. I'm not worried about the fact you lost. I am elated by the fact that Coco won. Let everybody say that. It's the Front Porch, y'all. WBOK 1230 AM. What New Orleans is talking about.
All day long.
Coco won. See y'all on the other side.
Yes, she did.
From the campus of Xavier University, WBOK Go and Equity Media Station.
This news report is brought to you by New Schools for New Orleans.
New Schools for New Orleans is committed to keeping and finding great teachers for our students in Orleans Parish. If you or someone you know is interested in becoming a teacher for the 25-26 school year, let us help you. We've created the New Orleans Teacher Job Board, which is the official job platform of public schools in New Orleans. You can apply to any school in the city. Simply post your resume and provide information about yourself. Visit our website to learn more and apply. www.neworleansteacherjobboard.org.
I'm Amber Payton with BIN News Now. An HBCU Hampton University staffer is under investigation after a student posted a video accusing them of demanding sex for grades. Several students spoke anonymously to Wavy News 10, fearing backlash.
I did not want this to tarnish the reputation of the university. I felt like the entire situation was unfortunate.
The university says it's investigating and offering mental health support. Black Newark, New Jersey Mayor Ras Baraka is suing after what he calls his egregious arrest last month outside of an ICE facility. He accuses U.S. Attorney Alina Habba of false arrest, defamation, and acting as a political operative. And Black Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass will not have to testify in a homelessness lawsuit after subpoenas were pulled. The LA Alliance for Human Rights sued the city for allegedly failing to meet a deal requiring nearly 13,000 beds by 2027. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
You're on the Front Porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Back, y'all. It's the Front Porch, WBOK 1230 AM. What New Orleans is talking about.
All day long.
I'm your host, Graylin Bryant Banks.
And I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree. Good morning, y'all.
Tyron threw it over to us, but Amari's there too.
Yes, she is.
Hey.
And of course, overseeing them all, Naira Sanders, right here. Thank y'all for sticking with us as we roll into the second hour of today's episode of the Front Porch Moving Monday, continuing from the idyllic campus of Xavier University from our studios right here at the foot of the overpass on South Norman C. Francis Parkway. www.wbok1230.com is the address, and the talk line number is 504-582-9422. Holla at your people. Let us know what's happening with you.
So we've been talking about stuff. We've been talking about movies and talking about television. I was watching Unsung. I'm on the second episode of Unsung. The first one was of The Barge.
Okay.
And the DeBarge family. And then the second one was Teddy Pendergrass. Turn off the lights.
Teddy P.
Bling.
Silly boy.
He was something.
Oh, yeah. Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes.
Well,
Before it was Harold Melvin.
Harold
and the Blue
Melvin
Notes.
had a George Jefferson, and he didn't have the voice that
Nobody had the voice Teddy
that
had.
Teddy had.
But Harold Melvin had a band and a following. And he was, Harold Melvin. He made love songs.
And they followed Teddy P right on out
and
the
that's what happened.
door.
He was Harold Melvin. And people for a long time thought that was Harold Melvin.
Because he was the
Because his
lead
name
singer.
is the-
He went from the drummer to the lead singer.
Lead singer.
And
Lead singer. And
my-
then he went to become Teddy
my goodness.
by his own self.
By his own self. And
Women at the concert throwing panties on.
which is crazy because he had ladies' nights.
That's all he had. Ladies only concert.
Ladies only concerts, which is a concept that I wonder if people even had thought of that before him or had done that prior to.
Well, I don't know if I don't know if anybody had thought of it before, but Teddy had that whole thing. Teddy
And
Teddy
everybody
could
kissing
sell
him. This another Love Island situation. He just kissing people in the mouth.
all at the concert.
What?
Teddy.
What, Josh? What are you talking about? But yeah, no, it was like, okay, y'all. I mean, I'm excited to see him too, but no, we're not. Just like Usher and the Cherries. No, Usher and the
Yeah,
Cherries.
Usher,
That is. You never heard of this?
No.
Oh God. So Usher at his residency in Las Vegas, and I want to say he does it now. At his concerts, I don't know. I haven't been, but he would walk through the audience putting cherries in women's mouths, and I'm like, he's on stage, he's holding the mic. Did anybody see him wash his hands? Anybody hand sanitizer?
He's just
Anything?
feeding them cherries.
Yeah.
Oh no, I thought it had something to do with the kids. I seen somebody spitting somebody's mouth.
Oh,
I
that
saw
was
They
was
something.
Gates, the other weirdo from Baton Rouge.
I saw somebody do.
Of
But
course,
no, I
he'd be
thought
from
it was
here.
I thought it was a cherry. No, okay.
No. He's taking cherries and putting it in women's mouths, and that's another situation.
Just plain cherries. It ain't like nothing.
I don't know. I don't know what's
And what have
attached to the cherries or anything. I don't know. Either way, you're on stage, you're touching people, you're touching other people, and putting cherry. I need us to be a little more discerning about what we let people put unwashed into our mouths. It's just too much. It's literally wash it.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Wash your hands. That is gross. But yeah, that's another situation like Love Island. Everybody just kissing everybody in the mouth. Teddy P just like, oh, they come up to the stage, I'm going to kiss you. And I was like, I'm going to kiss another one too.
Oh, man, that was the whole Richard Dawson thing on Family Feud.
Yeah, I'm surprised he never got sued for sexual assault.
He was Richard Dawson.
Like, he patting people on the behind and kissing people in the mouth. Yeah.
And people was kissing him back.
Yuck.
They was kissing him back. That's the whole thing. Oh,
Gross.
he was celebrity. He did that. I forgot who stopped it. I know because there was after Richard Dawson was another host of Family Feud.
Didn't that one kill himself? The second one?
What was it? Who was he? Can't call his name.
He had blonde hair. I can't remember his name though.
And I keep seeing the Chuck Willery guy. I know it wasn't Chuck Willery.
No,
Chuck Willery was the
he had
Love
blonde hair.
Connection
He was kind of goofy.
See you back in 2 and 2. What was the name of that? Was it? It was Love Connection.
Yeah, Love Connection was
that was Chuck Willery.
Yes. Let's see. What was the name of the game? Family Feud.
Family Feud.
Yeah. Let's see. Feud hosts.
Yeah.
I feel like they just had a whole string of just bad.
Well, after Richard Dawson, because Richard Dawson did it for, I guess Steve Harvey is right now.
Ray Combs. So it was Richard Dawson was 1976 to 85. And then he came back from 94 to 95.
Oh, he came back for a year? Richard Dawson did?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see it then.
Ray Combs was the second one, 88 to 94. Then Louis Anderson, Richard Karn, John O'Hurley.
Louis Anderson, the comic?
Yes.
Okay.
John O'Hurley, and then Steve has been hosting it.
Since when?
Since 2010.
Since 2010.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 15 years. Yeah, well, I think he's got the longest. Because your boy went 11 years the first time and came back for 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, but I don't man, that's weird. I don't even remember. But I've never been a huge Family Feud fan.
Okay, so he had cancer, and then this goofy guy, he wasn't blind. I feel like he killed himself. Yeah, he did. He did kill himself. I was trying to remember if I remember that right, but he did.
Holmes, what's his name? You pull it down one more.
Ray
Combs.
Ray Combs.
Okay.
Yeah, I remembered.
Wonder how he got the gig. Well, I guess somebody knew him.
Yeah.
Because everybody else you name, I recognize
But he
the
was
name.
corny, and then I don't know.
I know him as soon as you said his name.
Okay, I was looking at this picture like, who would want him to host something? But I'm looking at him now, and I was like,
Seinfeld.
oh yeah, I remember.
He's Jay Peterman.
Yeah, with the salt and pepper.
The salt and
that
pepper
would be the appeal.
Talk and had a cadence like this. That's how he spoke. Yeah,
and
that's
this
him.
guy, I didn't know he hosted it. Richard Karn.
Oh, okay. Well, wasn't he the neighbor?
Right,
with,
from
Home Improvement.
Right.
Home Improvement.
Right.
Yeah, but which was a hugely popular show, so that's not surprising.
Mm-hmm.
You know, yeah.
Yeah,
but he didn't last long. Huh?
I have to go back to see. But yeah, Louis Anderson. Steve Harvey.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't even know how long. Man, Louis Anderson. I don't remember Louis Anderson hosting Family Feud, but yikes.
Yeah. Yeah. I liked him.
I like Louis Anderson. I just didn't remember him hosting Family Feud.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know. I was getting ready to say, why John O'Hurley? But I remember him younger, and I was going, yeah, I get the appeal. Okay, cool. But yeah, no, I remember Ray Combs because it was like a big deal when he died. It was like, what happened? It was, what happened? But I don't know that they ever discovered what it was that.
Mark said, Kimber, some of those women were licking those cherries so good, made me need a cigarette.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Like, did you wash your hands? And how many times did you tap your pouch before you reached in to get cherries? Like, I think about stuff like that.
I was just about to ask you.
There was somebody, I think, walking along with him holding the yeah. Person. Did they wash their hands? Like, no, it's just too much. It's too much. All of the bacteria that lies on people's hands, you want to put in your mouth.
That's not a bad gig.
Wash your hands. Let me see where that came from.
I wonder how much you got.
The risks that I take tend to be limited to restaurants where I'm hoping the people are washing their hands. I'm hoping the people are not dropping things and bringing it to my table. But those are the things I think about.
I wonder what you think that gig paid.
What, walking around holding cherries?
The cherry holding dude.
I don't know.
You got a residency in Vegas. You're doing what? 5 shows a week.
Well, he's on tour. Well, no, his tour should be winding up. But this is during the Vegas residency.
Right?
Yeah.
This is during the residency. So that's not bad, man.
Yeah.
On the Usher tour, and you just carry the cherries?
Yeah. I mean, I guess.
I wonder how much they pay.
I don't know. I mean, that probably wasn't your only job.
No, that's a very
you probably
important job.
had other things, requirements
to carry olives, and cocktail onions. What is the fruit carrier supposed to do?
I don't know.
Yeah, I remember Richard Dawson in Running Man. He was the host, man. He was the host.
Well, he was a smoker?
Yeah, Richard Dawson was a smoker. I think everybody
He had esophageal cancer, and that's definitely a smoker's.
Oh yeah, he was. I think everybody was back then. On Hollywood Squares, they used to smoke. Remember Hollywood Squares?
Yes, I do.
They used to smoke in there.
I think it still comes on
in some iteration or another, but it's been around forever. But yeah, man, that they were all. I mean, cigarettes were just part of the American thing at one time. Everybody smoked. Hell, I remember my mom smoked. She quit though. Years and years and years ago. But I remember Benson and Hedges.
Benson and Hedges.
I
looked behind the counter at Walgreens at the cigarettes and was like, some of these brands I know, some of these brands I don't know, but the cost, you really, really gotta.
Oh yeah, it's at least 10. I think close to 10.
You got a real addiction if you still smoking.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, they still baby.
Because while I like to eat my money, I don't know that I'm going to smoke, and I like gum. I like candy. I like a whole lot of different things. But to smoke that's why drugs never really appealed to me. Like what I'm gonna have after this?
Nicotine, baby. That's
What
they
I'm gonna
got.
have after this?
That's the government issued
Drug.
approved drug. Oh,
That,
and
sugar.
alcohol. That and alcohol.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You got to get a stamp. You got to pay taxes. Oh, that drug we approve of that.
Mhm.
We the government because y'all paying the money. That's why we're now looking at legalizing these other drugs. From cannabis started it. Now you're looking at psychedelics, psilocybin, LSD.
Well,
different
they
things
stopped.
Like that.
I think we would be further along with some psychotic or psychosis diagnoses if they were allowed to
That's what
use that.
Oh yeah. Well, Timothy Leary, the tune in, tune on, tune in, turn on, tune in, drop out guy. Huge proponent of LSD acid as a means to help in psychoanalysis and paranoia and different things like that. Was working on that at Harvard when it got banned. When for whatever reason his study was like, oh no, man, you can't do this and blah blah blah. So of course he took his knowledge and turned to the counterculture and told people that if you want to be better, you can do this, which kind of threw that whole idea of psychedelics into the same realm as heroin and everything else. So you could not get those two things separated for decades. So now the ideas that were being proffered then in the 60s are now being looked at because enough of the stigma has come away. So now folks are looking at it and saying, there is some validity to some of these studies using psychedelics to train and have people do better in their lives from a mental health standpoint.
Right.
And there's some, real benefits to it. So that's where we at now. It has changed. But for a minute, when they first started it, the countries.
No, we're not gonna do it.
Not the
We're not
countries,
gonna do it.
The
white
powers
people.
that be.
The white people.
Well, not even all of them, because that's who was going to benefit from it. LSD wasn't our drug.
No, it wasn't. But I said
tests,
it's the white people still, because it wasn't us protesting against it at all.
No. There was that. It was the. I never did understand why. For lack of a better term, the establishment came out against it because
it was
he didn't
so that
understand
you wouldn't have the control. I mean, they wouldn't have the control over the people's minds, because that's always been the goal. That's always been the desire. So if you're controlling it, then we're not controlling it, and we can't have that.
Yeah, well, see, and that's what they were trying to say with a lot of psychedelics. You could treat the people who weren't being able to deal, the people who weren't dealing well with reality, who for no reason, that just mental health issues, they were seeing positive, just like they're doing now. Just like they're doing now.
Positive results.
Seeing positive results with psilocybin and LSD and other.
Regulation is all about, every time you hear about it, has to be regulated. It's all about control. So if they don't have their hand in it, then of course, then if they're not controlling it, then who's running the ship? And we can't let that be something else. And that's really what it was about.
It was Harvard, though. Why don't you? That's what I'm saying. This wasn't on the street. You pushed it on the street. You had every means to control it when it was there. It was when the government in Harvard University was hand in glove.
But
you had it right there.
They couldn't speculate the outcome. So therefore, these people are gonna be out of control. We're not gonna be able to control it. We're not gonna be able to do it.
Yeah. Well, that's exactly what happened, because it got demonized, and for all those years, you saw it become a part of the underground, is what they call it. You pushed it, but it came from the highest halls of academia. It came from the most respected place, one of the most respected places in the country.
They Archie bungled it.
And they said, nope.
No, meathead.
Nope, get it out.
No,
you're not going to do it. And,
no, meathead.
Now you're starting to see, and it's funny because it became a street drug, but now after 40 years, you're starting to see that what they were looking at it to do, it could really do. And the only reason it hit the street was because of y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think on that same night, that was more of a impetus than control. Profit.
Mm.
Profit.
Mm-hmm.
About to say, no, listen, if we get it declared criminal and control it, that's prohibition. That's just like whiskey. It's just like cannabis. You're gonna make millions because you have banned it, and the minute you banned it, it becomes wanted.
Yeah.
And now everybody wants it. If we can control the distribution, control where it comes from, which was pretty difficult to do because any second-year chemistry major could make up a batch of LSD.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And that's why, but again, they didn't even know that they could have done that or wanted to do that
Until you said you can't. Oh, we can't do it? Okay. Hey, y'all, want to go do X, Y, Z? Yeah, that sounds like fun. Let's go do that.
Yeah. Not a very well thought out plan.
I mean,
no, it's not going to take you 2 years to finish it.
You've read longer books than that,
Josh, because
with us.
of the way that is written, the story, and the fact that you want to trust your boy, but you're going to be 2/3 of the way into it before you realize you 2/3 of the way into it.
Yeah, tell me how you.
It's a great read, bro.
Tell me how you like that, because I'm not going to be able to do it.
Yeah, it is a great read, though. Man.
You know how people like if you are reading a book and something happens and upsets you, it's stupid for you to keep reading it.
Oh, that's the most funnest
just
part.
Close it. Close the book. Put it down.
I put The Shining down. I'm telling you, this me. I'll tell you full disclosure.
Oh, goodness.
I put The Shining down, closed it, and set it down. Did just what you said.
Yeah,
And then I went and finished it. Because at the time, the part that I was reading was really, man, the dude's a genius. I'm a huge Stephen King fan, but I like horror. I like, all that good stuff like that.
All that good stuff like that.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
He's one of the best. But no, Josh, I think you're going to be all right, bro. I think you're going to be all right. Once you start getting into it, you'll see the difference in between both the miniseries and the movie that Stanley Kubrick directed with Jack Nicholson that everybody talks about. You'll be able to see through all of that. And trust me, bro, you'll be done with it before you even know what happened. It's the Front Porch, y'all. WBOK 1230 AM. What New Orleans is talking about.
All day long.
Don't go nowhere, y'all. Stick and stay. It's Moving Monday. We're going to see y'all on the other side of the break. Hey everybody, it's Graylin Bryant Banks
and Kimber White Dupree
from the Front Porch.
Some convos are too good to miss. Now you can pull up a chair to the Front Porch anytime.
Just search WBOK Media and subscribe to the Front Porch Podcast.
Download, share, and hit us with a 5-star rating because New Orleans culture deserves to be heard loud and clear.
Good morning and happy Monday. I'm Morgan Lentis with WDSU, and here's a look at today's headlines. New Orleans police are investigating a shooting in the Bywater that injured a man. Police say this happened on Kentucky Street near North Rampart just before 11 last night. We're told the man was shot at least once and taken to a local hospital. There's no word on how he's doing this morning or a motive for the shooting. Then happening today, the trial begins for the man accused of shooting and killing a security guard last year at the Wits Inn in New Orleans. Tyrell Gilmore is charged with second-degree murder. The owner of Wits Inn told WDSU that Daryl King was shot while trying to stop Gilmore from entering the bar because he did not meet its age requirement. That trial begins at 9 a.m. Now to good news for the LSU Tigers, who punched their ticket to Omaha late last night. LSU bested West Virginia 12-4 to secure their spot. The Tigers will now play Arkansas in the first round of the College World Series. They won the national championship 2 years ago in 2023. Lastly, if you need help paying your energy bill, stop by the New Orleans East Prosperity Center from 11 to noon today. The United Way and Entergy are hosting an event to teach you about cost-saving resources. Just bring your current utility bill and register online. We put a link on WDSU.com. And that is a look at today's headlines. I'm Morgan Lentis with WDSU. Have a great day.
The New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation is the nonprofit organization that owns the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival presented by Shell. With the funds generated from Jazz Fest, the foundation invests in Louisiana communities through economic development, cultural enrichment, and free educational programs. To learn more about the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation, please visit us at www.jazzandheritage.org.
Welcome to Liberty Bank and Trust, where your financial journey transforms communities. Since 1972, our customized banking solutions power your dreams and fuel your community growth. Every dollar you invest with us circles back to empower more people, ensuring opportunities for generations. Join us at Liberty Bank. Together, we empower possibility. Visit libertybank.net to start banking with purpose. Liberty Bank, there's freedom here.
Making a difference in the community. WBOK 1230 AM. You're on the front porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Welcome back, y'all. It's the Front Porch, WBOK 1230 AM. What New Orleans is talking about
all day long.
I'm your host, Graylin Bryant Banks.
And I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree. Hey, y'all.
Everybody throwing it over. Trey, Tyron, Imari, somebody, who else? I think Nine and left. It got too crowded. Nine got out.
Naren said he left it in capable hands. I'm going to head out.
The young people have taken over, y'all, and
yes,
we getting it done.
We love it.
We are getting it done. It's a beautiful thing. You know we love when that happens.
We love to see it.
Absolutely. We are here for it.
Mm-hmm.
Did people still say that?
Yeah.
What you here for? Okay,
I'm here for it.
All right. There you go.
For sure.
I just be wanting to know, you know.
Yeah, you're still hip.
I'm still hip. That's the whole key. I got to be hip, baby.
My goodness.
Speaking of hip, a little quick story. I was walking Columbus, right?
This weekend?
This weekend.
Okay.
I think it was Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
Friday night. I think it was Friday night.
Okay.
Might have been Saturday. I think it was Friday. But I was walking Columbus, and as we were coming back home on our normal route, one of our normal routes, we coming up Magazine Street, and we pass in front of the restaurant Bisoturo Sushi, right? And we pass there all the time. And the other night, Friday night, the owner, Tanya, and the chef owner, Ryan, they came out the door and said, "Hey, man, what's up with the puppy? Blah, blah, blah. Is he hungry?" I said, "Is he hungry? I don't know." I said, "Columbus, you hungry?" Columbus like, I don't know
what you're
people,
talking
about. What is this? What is this? We literally right around the corner from the house, man. What's happening? I said, we just started a conversation. Yeah, taking him on the walk. He said, "Listen, why don't you come on in?" Okay, place is closed, right? He said, "You want me?" He said, "I'll bring Columbus in." Columbus comes in, and I keep telling you, everybody keep telling my cutie is. And I'm like, y'all got to cut that out. Y'all already got the big head. Y'all already think, you think he good looking. And y'all keep telling me good looking.
Well,
and that's
then he good looking.
And he probably ain't. He funny looking.
He probably ain't.
he funny looking, but funny looking people, you know what I'm saying? But anyway.
Oh, goodness. There's love for everybody.
Love for everybody. So we sitting in the spot, came in, started the conversation. Tiny said, "You want a beer? Want a drink, a shot?" I said, "Well, I'm standing. I was raised too well to say no."
No, right.
So yeah, I take a cold beer at a Sapporo, stand there, drink it. Oh, Ryan says, "You think he'll eat something?" I said, "Well, I like sushi. I don't know if man, he got
maybe he likes it. I
toad
don't
roast
know.
some salmon and put it down there in front of Columbus. Columbus went.
Thanks. I like that.
Anymore? I mean, looked up was like I had never seen him. I've never given him.
Right.
You know.
Right.
But
I mean, if you're gonna pay a certain amount of money,
and that's what I'm saying.
For a select cut of fish, I don't know that we're giving it to our
It's
dogs.
a great spot right now, magazine. Great, you know. I'm telling you, for omakase, when you just sit there at the thing and let the man feed you, the chef your choice, it's a great spot for that. But now I can say it is recommended by Columbus.
And dogs, too.
So shouts out to Ryan and the Tanya, man, all the folks at Biso Toro. It was a great little night. And man, I'm telling you, went home. I told you everybody's down in Costa Rica.
Yes.
They hanging out and I'm talking to them. I said, y'all know Columbus eats sushi? Columbus eat what? No, bro. Columbus eat sushi.
He like that.
I'm sorry, I'm saying that wrong. Columbus eats sashimi. There was no rice. There was no rice. Columbus eats, I should say, he either snorts or inhales sushi because it was gone. One sniff, oh yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any more?
Appreciate it.
And Ryan went to go get him. I said, man, no, that's enough. Because you'll never get rid of him.
Right.
And he'll be expecting that.
Every
looking
time
up at
we
me,
pass.
no,
Like,
sir.
is this the place?
No, sir, but thank you. No, this ain't the place.
Isn't this the place?
Listen, you're a puppy, and I'm a big dog. We ain't got to pass in front of that joint. And I'm usually let you think you're
guiding me. Yeah.
And most of the time I do. If you won't go left, we usually go right. But I will make a purposeful block on not to have to pass there if we ever get to that point.
Oh, boy.
But I like passing there because it's always got a little crowd, good people out there passing. And again, he gets flattered because he gets, well, look, he's so good. I mean, just total strangers, old and young. Like, bro, I don't see it, bro.
Because you're with them every day. You're with them every day.
So I don't see it.
Yes, and he's also been the source of some causing some issues too. So, you know.
Yeah. So I don't see you like all
you ain't
your
cute.
fans.
You ain't cute to me.
Oh, I don't see you like all your fans.
I love you, but you disgusting.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know that. And you look up at me like I can't do nothing about what them people think about me, bro. And I get it, yeah. I hear you, little brother. But long as you know, once we get home, all that fandom. Yeah.
That stops.
Yeah, all that's done, baby.
So we've been teaching the dogs to shake hands. Tremaine has got it.
Okay.
Down pat. St. Rock will sit, lay down. He might even roll over. Anything but shake hands.
No, I got him to do it this one time. This one time I got him to do it.
That means he doesn't know how to do it.
But I can still try. Listen.
Your daddy told you don't do it on the ground, and you kept doing it. So now he's like, okay, go to the ground.
No, I'm like, okay.
You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That is exactly what St. Rock does.
Okay, so
Teach him to give you a pound.
Like Tremaine, when he sits down, I say paw, he'll be like.
He say your mom.
I dislike you.
You should. You should. You should.
Oh boy.
Paul, you gonna tell somebody, Paul, what?
I said, Paul, he'll get like, which one you want? You want my right one? You want my left one?
Well,
It's
the
like,
only
okay,
reason
good.
he's used to it is because we have to wipe his paws every time he goes out and he plays in the water.
Yeah, no, Tremaine is the dog who is white, who likes to lay in the mud and play in the water.
Yeah.
Again, he is white.
Yeah.
And it's a lot. It's
But
a
he live
lot.
with brown people.
He
trying
does.
to blend in.
Well, I don't know so much if that's the case, but
That's what it is.
I
trying to passe color.
And then he becomes dirty red, I guess.
negro.
Dirty red after he lays and rolls around. It's like you just got a bath. Right now he has very little fur right now because he cut him down. It's summertime, and because it's rained, he'll he goes and plays and lays in the mud, and it sticks to his coat, and it's like, all right, cool. Well, you're just not gonna have no fur on you. Here you go.
Mm-hmm.
And he looked like a little white rat, but right now, he looked like he got an Ivy League.
Got an Ivy League.
Yeah, because it's grown back, but it's not all the full fluff. It's just like little soft, gentle waves of hair.
Yes,
like down. I
indeed.
shaved him down to his tail, and it was
Soft,
like,
gentle
sir.
waves of hair.
Yeah, soft red. He the red dog because Saint Rock is black.
He just light skinned.
He just
And he just like you.
Okay, no. We're not about to play that. No.
Yeah.
No. He's lighter than me.
Saint Rock is the oldest. That's CJ. Jermaine is you.
I dislike you.
Wow.
That's not nice.
At least we are consistent.
That's not nice. Did you just say at least we all consistent?
Oh,
we
yeah,
are
we are
consistent because you
consistent.
just say I do not like me and you do
Nah,
not
you
like
don't
her.
like me.
So we,
So,
on this side of the glass, we
good.
consistent.
Mhm.
We ain't got nothing to do with
We
what's
a
going
solid
on
team over here.
Absolutely, positively.
I
Don't you
dislike
know?
y'all. Why y'all
All
doing
right,
this
we're going
to
to let
me?
you out of it. We're going to take this call and we're going to go to the movie. That way you don't have to worry about being a light-skinned lady.
Don't worry about it. We'll come back to it, though.
She just made a gesture that was eerily similar to what she wanted to make, but she knew she couldn't. But I caught the gist of it. I told you.
It was in the
get
flick.
it. Yes, indeed. 504-582-9422. Good morning, Brother Corey. What's happening with you?
Well, as you're speaking about one of your love of your life, I had to call in and ask you a question. What kind of food you feed your dog anyway?
Pedigree he had some stomach stuff. He just had to have surgery, so he gets this pedigree in the pouch, and we mixed that with like a little bread and some dry food for roughage.
Okay. Well, do you know that rice and all the stuff that is in that sushi is actually in the dog food that you're actually buying? So, I know a lot of cats, bro, they actually, the dogs like have a Charme, type of feel, they fix their dogs, their meals right there on the stove. You know what I'm saying? If that's those ones who really, pamper their dogs.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
So
no. He might get something if it's cold warmed up a little bit so it won't be ice cold, but there ain't no cooking. And I love you. I love you. But no, we ain't cooking.
Trust me what I'm saying to you. Say the dog system is similar to a lot of stuff, right? So when you cook their food or put their food and they got some type of illness with their stomach, that's why you see dogs going out there in the grass and start eating grass sometimes because they see certain things, right? They start chewing it because, So remember, they like herbs too, right? They like stuff in their food too. So you can helping with their system. You have any kind of dry skin, any type of stomach ailments, say just Google, what's good for dogs, I can cook in this, put in their food.
Right.
It helps out a lot. But anyway, so how can y'all do, the cat, Nicholson, and without doing his famous tagline? You can't be talking about here without doing his famous tagline. I don't know if you did it before.
Johnny?
Huh? You
From
know
The
it, baby.
Shining? Yeah, we did it.
Hey,
we did
that
that
time,
earlier.
bro.
That's when
Look
we was
I
first
think
talking
everybody was
about
knocking everybody door and say, "Hey, kids."
And I'm telling you, man, Stephen King hated it. Stephen King hated it. He was like, this. You made my movie, you made my book about Jack Nicholson, and the story is supposed to be about the haunted house. That's why he remade it. But you put your money where your mouth is. If you didn't like it, you do it yourself. You had the money and the funds, the wherewithal to say, you know what? I didn't like what you did with my movie, so guess what I'm going to do?
I'm going to redo it.
I'm going to make my movie from my book, my damn self. And
Hey,
that's what he did. That's what he did.
That's power right there, right?
Baby,
that's power.
That's juice, baby. That's when you could do it. But we got that kind of power too. We just come to you. If you're still waiting for somebody to do it, you're going to be waiting.
Well,
you know what I like? Rocky, I mean to cut you off, but Rocky Sylvester Stallone, you know, when he did his 5 movies for Rambo, who never won no award at all, Rambo. And his first movie as Rocky won Best Picture and all that stuff for him. You know, just think about that. You know, think about getting to the series of it. You know, I think every picture to me, you know, to make it it's a great movie. It's a great movie. It's when they keep on doing it over and over again, that it still don't lose its authenticity with it. I love that. You know, from Rocky to, you know, like for instance, you know, when he came with Rocky, now it's like a whole nother to Creed. Man, look here, man. Some guys are visionaries in this game. You know what I'm saying? So get with the visionaries, bro. So peace and love, man.
All right, man. Take it easy. Up. It's the Front Porch, y'all. WBOK 1230 AM, and it is Movie Monday.
It is that.
That's what we got for you. Y'all know how we do every Monday right here on the Front Porch.
Mm-hmm.
We will provide you
with
free of charge with a movie clip, free of charge.
Yes.
And once we give you that movie clip, your task, should you decide to accept it, is to give us a call right here, 504-582-9422, and let us know what movie that clip is from. You get that right, and you may be able to guess what the theme is of today that all the movies are going to have in common.
Mm-hmm.
If you're really good, you can do it after
one. Right.
Nah, if not, you know, you'd be just like normal like the rest of y'all. That's mortal.
It is just fine.
It's all right. We're going to work it out. So this is what we're going to do, y'all. We getting ready to play this first clip. So if you want to do Movie Monday along with us, listen close, because here it go.
I need a couple of bananas. How much are they?
Well, the buffet plate is $12.50.
Well,
take them bananas.
And why did it have to be bananas?
Don't take them bananas.
You don't need to pay for the whole thing. Don't worry about it.
That's a great line, man.
My God.
That's a great. Don't take them
Who
bananas.
knew where that would go from then?
From then, man. From then. And that's I'm telling you.
Who knew?
One is all it takes. One little spot, one little look, one little hook, one little line. And the next thing you know, people like, what?
Right.
And you're back again.
Who knew that would go the distance that it has?
Yes, indeed.
At the distance that has gone. My goodness.
504-582-9422 right here on Movie Monday. Good morning, Josh.
What's happening?
Hey,
What's happening with you?
Here, take these bananas. Go on, take them.
Go get out of here. Go get out of here.
Don't take them bananas.
That was probably Blaine's first job.
See that? He couldn't afford no hats then, no.
That's what I'm saying.
That's probably his first job. Then he met Twine, and they said, you know what, we should do movies together.
There you go. 3 snaps up on that.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. Beverly Hills Cop.
Yes, it is. Beverly Hills Cop
the
right
best
there.
Beverly Hills Cop ever, and he should never made another one.
The second one was okay.
They made, what is the 3 now?
No, they made 4.
No, it's more.
It's more?
Because the last one came on
right,
Netflix.
There was a Beverly Hills Cop 3.
It was that.
That was the worst of all. Like, man, you really killing your legacy with this one.
The first one was cool.
Big,
the first one was cool when he came from Detroit to go see about Mikey, right?
Yeah.
The second one was cool because they had to come see about the chief who got shot by Flavor Love, one of his wives, the Russian.
Right.
Rocky ex-old lady.
Yeah.
And then the third one, they could have kept that one because that was the one with the Wily World when they were at the amusement park.
They kept them all. Just stop.
They could have left it. They could have left 3 alone, and then 4 terrible. That's when his daughter.
And 48 hours pretty good. 40 hour one, another 40 hours pretty good. Can't knock that. But the Beverly Hills Cop, leave them alone.
The second one was dope though. The second one was cool.
After another 48 hours, they only made those 2, right?
Yeah. But Beverly Hills Cop, the two, there was the first 2. Because, like, the second one had all the,
Yeah.
The second one was
I
cool.
feel like
The
this,
wa- the
whichever
one
was
the
made-
Wily World, Wonder World, whatever it was with the Wily Bucks. They
I feel
we
like
don't
this-
care.
Whichever one was made in the 80s, that's the best era of movie making to me. They was taking some real good drugs then. The 90s came a bad. It was just a bad. That's how you can tell how it felt, how far dope quality has failed when the 90s came.
Well,
Ooh,
not
yeah.
really. Think about what we got in the 90s, right? You got the
movie.
the movie with Wesley Snipes in it.
Which one? All of them?
Well, yeah, high key for real, because he did what's the gangster movie that he did?
New Jack City.
New Jack City, but then you also had
He
Jungle
did Chicken
Fever.
Little.
Because Spike had a lot in the 90s. Spike had a lot of movies in the 90s consistently. And then
In early 90s, I give you up to about 95.
95?
About 95. Then they start falling off, man. I'm sorry. I just can't give it.
Eddie started falling off for sure around that time, because that's when we started getting stuff like Distinguished Gentlemen and just Metro, and it was like, why are we doing this?
Though, because I never watched these movies in the movie theater.
Yeah.
I'm like sitting down to watch movies like Alone Came a Spider, The Hand That Rocked the Cradle, all those drama-filled suspense movies like Time to Kill. You would think that would be more of a home movie. The same folks sit in the movie theaters and watch those is just like remarkable to see. I don't think I would sit down and watch a movie like that in the movie theaters. I won't watch
saw
an
all
actual
of those in the movie theater.
You did?
A Hand That Rocks the Cradle.
I rather watch
Yes,
that at home.
saw that, and that was a shift. That was a shift in behavior. You could see it.
I saw
you
Time
could
to
see
Kill
it.
in the theater.
Yeah, Time to
saw
Kill
Time
was
to
another
Kill,
one.
which
That was I hate watching movies
I
like
love
that.
that
That makes
I
me so
love that
mad.
I
I
love that
love
one,
the type
because
of
at
like
least
that.
my
I
man
love
like,
to try to
listen, I
figure
do
them out.
whatever y'all do
Morgan
with me, that's
Freeman.
fine.
It's
But the two that
cool.
did what they did,
They gonna be
they
dead.
done.
They gonna be dead.
I was getting. Now, let me tell you something. As far as
Kimber
authors,
tried to avoid. She tried to avoid as many triggering movies
I do.
I understand.
as possible.
My man who went on, who wrote that, A Time to Kill. He's an author. He wrote all of the, the Lincoln Law. He wrote a bunch of books about lawyers. Oh, I know this dude. I've read it. But his book,
John Grisham.
Grisham. John Grisham. His best book, if you want to
The
read
Juror?
something, no, A Time to Kill.
Oh.
Read, because he wrote A Time to Kill before he started writing for his books to become movies.
Mhm.
By the time, several
Right.
of them, but he was writing different. You want to hear an early Grisham?
He wrote The
go
Client, too,
into-
didn't he?
He wrote The Client too, which
Yeah,
is
all
another
of
good
those.
one.
Yeah, that
but
was.
they were
Well, I
written
tell you what,
to
when,
almost to be made in
when
the
I
movies.
finish-
But
when I finish
read
this
A
book-
Time to Kill, because that to me is what that's one
Well,
of his
when I
best
finish
books.
The Shining book in 2027,
You
I
won't,
might give
it won't,
a shot.
bro. I'm telling you, just like you start, the biggest and most brilliant theater that you have is that one in between your ears. So once you start reading that, bro, I'm telling you, you're not gonna be long. I know you think you are, but trust me,
But
it
you
didn't
said that
sell.
about the books that were more
You
than
did.
200 pages.
But
And
all
look at
them
you. Look
books,
how you
bro,
flew through those.
They have sold millions upon millions of copies, and they wouldn't do that if it took long to read. Okay? They just
Okay.
wouldn't. All right, give it a
I
shot,
theme,
Josh.
though. I don't have a theme for this movie.
That's all right.
That's all
We
right.
got
It's just
another-
the first one.
All right, later.
Peace out.
It's the Front Porch, y'all. WBOK 1230 AM, what New Orleans is talking about.
All day long.
Don't go nowhere, y'all. We got to take this quick break. Stick and stay. We're going to see you on the other side of it.
You're on the front porch. You're on the front porch.
This is your news update for WBOK from WDSU. For all your news and weather, watch WDSU News, New Orleans' leader in live, local, late-breaking news. Today at noon and 4 p.m.
Scattered showers and thunderstorms throughout the day, ending by late evening. A couple of these could turn severe. Main impacts are strong winds, heavy rain, and lightning. If not impacted by the rain, temperatures reach the low 90s, filling up to 105. A few showers possible for tonight with lows in the 70s. Another round of heavy rain possible for Tuesday with highs in the upper 80s to low 90s. More rounds of rain and heat for the rest of the week. For the WDSU First Warning Weather Center, I'm Raven Richard.
New Orleans, are you ready? A fresh voice in the city is here, bringing you the beats, the culture, and the stories that matter. From local music and food to real talk on what's happening in the streets. We've got you covered. Stay tapped in. Follow us on all platforms at WBOK 1230 for the latest updates and exclusive content. Your city, your culture, your news. Don't just hear about it, be about it. Follow WBOK 1230 now.
Do you know what United Way can do for you and your community? Find out by listening to United Way and You every Thursday at noon on WBOK 1230. United Way continues to fight for the most vulnerable members of the community. Find out how this Thursday and every Thursday at noon.
WBOK and LCMC Health are proud to present Keeping You Well Cafe, 60 Minutes with LCMC Health, where the doctors speak directly to the people of New Orleans. LCMC Health is committed to improving the quality of care here in New Orleans, the Gulf South, and beyond. The Keeping You Well Cafe is another way for LCMC Health to engage with the community. At the Keeping You Well Cafe, LCMC Health joins WBOK and local businesses to answer your questions about wellness and health.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation and a regular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduced stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. It may increase your stroke risk. Eliquis can cause serious and in rare cases fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding, unusual bruising, or tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. Medications such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners may increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
You're on the Front Porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Back, y'all. It's the Front Porch, WBOK 1230 AM. What New Orleans is talking about.
All day long.
I'm your host, Graylin Bryant Banks.
And I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree. Good morning, y'all.
And Myra and Trey on the other side of the glass, bringing it back to you.
Hey.
You want to say something, homie? You do the slidey thing, baby.
Not the slidey.
It's his voice. He was really low.
To the
you
mic and then tell
lean
him
to the mic.
There you go.
Morning, people. Morning.
There we go.
Very good. Very good.
There
That's
we go.
Doing.
Good morning. Good morning.
The projection on that. That's what we got there. That's right.
My goodness.
Thank y'all for sticking with us.
What is
y'all.
happening over here?
He's about to beat them children. That's the only way they're going to learn.
Okay.
Get them. Get him.
Not Debbie Allen, but Dennis Allen is over there. Fame costs. And you're going to earn it with sweat.
That's right.
Lord have mercy.
The beatings will continue until morale improves.
Right. My goodness gracious.
Yes.
Ridiculous.
I think we got another one already queued up and ready. We are in Movie Monday right here. You just heard the first clue. We got the second one coming up right now. So if you like to hear it, listen close. Because here it goes.
Uncle Ray Ray's got a game.
Hey, get your finger out of there.
Tickle, 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 tickle.
All right. 504-582-9422. Holla at you people. Let us know. Moving Monday. Did you recognize that?
I
y'all
did
just
not.
Gonna lay back and depend on Josh.
I did not. This is his day, though.
Is this his day?
This is his day.
But y'all should want to do some things.
And he's clocked in.
Oh, he is.
Yeah.
He has clocked in and let y'all know he is up at work. He will probably get this one. But I just think in the idea of teamwork, that someone else on the Front Porch team would want to let the brother know that he too has someone he can depend on.
Well, the last 2
understand?
weeks, they've been working with each other because Cam has been traveling. And
Yes.
last week, who guessed the answer last week? Because somebody did guess where we were going to the booth. What was it? It wasn't Monty, was it? Or maybe DiCaprio, or I don't remember who guessed where we were traveling to. So
Who got the number? That was Pam. Pam got the
Was it Pam? Oh, because her dad was from Mississippi. So
That's
you're right. That's
I
Pam.
think that was Pam.
Yeah. You're absolutely right.
Okay. 504-582-9422. What's up, Josh?
Yeah, that's movie that. Hey, bro, the only ones that's done by them are the funniest scary movie.
That's scary movie right there, yo. That's scary movie.
Yeah,
You just
that
got two.
movie, the first two, hilarious to me. Hilarious.
And
So I
then
guess today's theme is black comedy movies.
Black comedy movies. Show us black comedy movies. There you go. That wasn't for drama. That's because we got new people on the other side and they're still getting it down. You understand? So keep that in mind because we got the youth on the other side of the glass handling this business. All right?
A buzzer is a buzzer is a buzzer. No matter.
It's a buzzer, it's a buzzer, it's a buzzer. You got it. All right, bro. Keep listening. Mark say, man, you can't criticize us on how we solve these movie mysteries. I didn't criticize you on how you solved the movie mysteries. I criticized you of your gratuitous use of the word we.
Oh.
We.
As in he's speaking French.
There you go. There you go. Si, senor.
All right, we jumping.
That's all right.
Jumping from one area of language to another.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay.
You can take a run with that, man. That's what we gonna do right here on the Front Porch. Is how we do. 504-582-9422. If you want to get a guess at the theme,
yes,
right? Because we have had two movies thus far, and have had two answers thus far, both from Josh.
Well, Cam called, but she said she hung up. So she did.
Called. Yeah. She was on the phone.
She does participate on other days than Travel Thursday. She does. It's a team effort among the people on the porch. So they do a good job of sharing. You just saying Mark not so much.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you got Cam for music.
Yeah.
Right. You got Mark for you got Cam for music.
You got
Josh for movies.
Yes.
Right? And Mark 504-582-9422. Hey, Pam, good morning.
Good morning, Front Porch, and you have Pamela for trivia.
And we have Pamela for trivia.
Uh-huh.
How are you all doing today?
Doing well. Love, how are you?
I'm doing just fine. Praise God, praise God.
Amen. How was your weekend? Good?
Oh,
Lord, are you still?
Are you okay?
You need your cigarette?
Are you okay?
You won't call us back? Baby, we ain't that important for you to be interrupted. And we love
God
you, but no, baby, you got to get your priorities in order.
Oh, baby, they are.
All right.
Yes, praise Him. All right, now we're doing movies today. Okay, what was the name so far? Because I just got on and called you guys.
We had what was just now?
Just now was Scary Movie 2.
And
yeah.
Before that was
Beverly Hills Cop.
And I think that's the only two, right? We've only done two, right?
This is the
Oh, okay.
The next one we
All
play
right,
will be the third one.
I won't. It'll just tickle me pink when I get the buzzer. But I'm just gonna try to say the theme of the movie.
Okay.
All right. You can do that.
Okay, I'll try.
Okay. Here we go.
All right.
All right.
Oh boy. Go ahead, Miss Dupree. Get your fingers ready. I'm gonna say leading black comedians.
Leading black comedians?
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all.
All right, Pam. Keep listening, love.
Listening.
All righty. It's the Front Porch, y'all. WBOK 1230 AM. What New Orleans is talking about.
All day long.
Don't go nowhere, y'all. Stick and stay. We're going to take this quick break, and we're going to see you on the other side of the Front Porch.
From the campus of Xavier University, WBOK Go and Equity Media Station.
This news report is brought to you by New Schools for New Orleans.
New Schools for New Orleans is committed to keeping and finding great teachers for our students in Orleans Parish. If you or someone you know is interested in becoming a teacher for the 25-26 school year, let us help you. We've created the New Orleans Teacher Job Board, which is the official job platform of public schools in New Orleans. You can apply to any school in the city. Simply post your resume and provide information about yourself. Visit our website to learn more and apply. www.neworleansteacherjobboard.org.
I'm Bree Wood with BIN News Now. Protests against ICE continue in Los Angeles for a third day. Mayor Karen Bass calls it an agenda, while Governor Gavin Newsom slams President Trump's deployment of 2,000 National Guard troops as unnecessary.
We do not want to play into the administration's hands. We're working with officials, but what we're seeing in Los Angeles is chaos that is provoked by the administration.
Demonstrators blocked the 101 freeway, causing major traffic and arrests downtown. Concerns of a serial killer in New England are growing after a black 21-year-old, Adriana Suezo, was found dead in a wooded area of Milton, Massachusetts. Her body was discovered June 1st. Authorities are investigating possible links to other cases. And the NBA Finals are tied 1-1 after the Thunder crushed the Pacers 123-107 in Game 2. The series heads to Game 3 in Indianapolis on Wednesday. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
You're on the Front Porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Welcome back, y'all. It's the Front Porch, WBOK 1230 AM, what New Orleans is talking about.
All day long.
I'm your host, Graylin Bryant Banks.
And I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree. Hey, y'all.
And on the other side of the glass, tossing it over to begin this hour is Amari Dupree. And you want to, Amari Dupree.
Hey.
There you go. And Trey, what's that?
Morning, people, morning.
All right. That's what we doing, y'all. Right here on the front porch. It is Movie Monday. Thank y'all for sticking with us as we roll into this third and final hour of today's broadcast of the front porch, continuing from the idyllic campus of Xavier University from our studios right here at the foot of the overpass on South Norman C. Francis Parkway. www.wbok1230.com is the address. If you want to stop on by, you're welcome to do so. Or you can give us a call. Hit us up on the talk line, 504-582-9422. Holla at you people.
There you go. So do we have another movie queued up?
Got another movie queued up?
Yeah.
We're moving right along, y'all.
I'm hoping so.
This what you do. You know the rules. Listen close, because here it go.
You still go fishing with Jack Twist?
Not often.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to get that one.
I think
That's
they
a
might.
good one. They might.
I
That's
think
a good
they
one.
might.
That's a good one. 504-582-9422.
Oh, boy.
Yes, sir.
We talked about that. Anyway, this
Okay.
weekend, yeah, because if I keep talking, I'm going to tell it.
Don't tell it.
Yeah. This weekend was the NAACP Axel Award.
Anybody we know had anything to do with that?
Yes. Amari Dupree.
What's it, Amari?
Hey.
There she go.
She got her certificate not only from Axel.
Certificate?
Yes.
Yeah, you
not
got a
only.
certificate?
Not
Yes,
only
I
from
did.
Axel, she also got one from Congressman Troy Carter as well.
Yes, indeed.
With the congressional seal on it and everything. She
Wow. Would you have preferred a congressional walrus?
What?
Nothing. Anyway, I'm so glad.
seal walrus.
No.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Oh my goodness. Hilarious.
I'm a little bit slow.
It's all right, baby. We here for you.
Yeah.
We here for you. We know it's the deep end of the pool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
No,
yeah. But everything should be examined very closely.
What kind of
especially when
word
you
is
hear
that? Seal?
It's a I don't know word.
Always a proper answer. Always.
It's an I don't know word.
Always a proper answer.
It has a dual meaning?
Come put on the spot. Look, blame the slidey
What
thing.
is
Say you
it?
answered. Say you answered, but blame the slidey
I
thing.
answered, y'all. It was me.
Oh my goodness.
504-582-9422. Good morning, Pam. What's happening?
Hey guys, I want to try to guess at the theme again.
Okay.
Okay, you know we got a movie that we just played. You want to guess that clip?
Oh, I missed it. Oh, me and myself. Okay, well, I'll just say movies that were filmed in California.
Oh, okay. Well, you really did just say anything, didn't you? Okay, hold on. Well, just give up buzzers. Really,
Movies
you
that were
just
made
gonna
in
say,
California.
How about movies made on Earth?
Oh.
All right, Pam.
All right, sure.
Thank you so much,
Okay, I'll
love.
try again later.
You
Bye.
keep listening. All right. 504-582-9422. What's good, Josh?
Is that movie Ghost Dad?
Is
it
that
what?
movie Ghost Dad?
Yeah.
That's what you said, Ghost Dad?
Ghost Dad. That's Bill Cosby.
Yeah, Ghost Dad.
That's Bill Cosby. I remember that movie.
Did that sound
I know,
like
it
Bill
don't-
Cosby?
I thought that was him at the end of it. I got to hear that clip again. It sounded like it was him at the end of it.
All right. Keep
okay.
listening. Thank you, bro. Yeah. I remember that movie. That was, they asked Bill Cosby why the hell he made that movie.
It was awful.
It is. But when people come with you, I know Eddie Murphy said when he did, what was the movie about tanks? Something about he was in the army or something.
Who?
Eddie Murphy. Something.
Now, I remember him being in a cop movie when
Yeah,
he
he
did
been in plenty,
Metro.
but dude, this one he was doing, all the movies that just bombed. But he said they backed up a truck full of money
No.
to my driveway.
Terrible.
I'm gonna think of it. But that's what he said. It wasn't the only reason this movie was made. The only reason this movie was made because they backed up a truckload of money in my driveway. Bruh. And that's why you see stuff like Ghost Dad and the rest of it.
Ghost Dad was terrible.
Bring the money, man.
It was a person of interest, and
What is Ghost Dad?
It was a movie. With
Is
Bill
it
Cosby?
Was it really bad?
It's bad-ish. It's not horrible to the point where it would be cult bad. It's just not a great movie. But it wasn't done. It was done because of the check. It wasn't done because of the intricate devotion to the film. And no, we doing this one strictly for the paycheck, Jack. Hey, Cam, good morning.
Good morning. How y'all doing?
Hey, good morning. We doing, and yourself?
I'm doing pretty good.
All right.
Heading back y'all way next week.
Okay,
yes, ma'am. I know. I'll see you then.
Yeah, see you there. That is Brokeback Mountain.
That is what that is.
Yeah, not Ghost Dad. It's Brokeback Mountain. That's what that movie that was.
Yes, ma'am.
It is indeed
not one of my favorite movies.
Is it?
Never seen it.
I've never seen it.
I've never seen it, Cam.
I saw it maybe like 1.5 times. You know how when you're on TV and you just scrolling and it pops up. And,
it's on somebody as well.
Yeah, and you see it different. You see it in different. I see it from the beginning, and then next time you might see it from the middle, and that kind of movie. Yeah,
I got you.
So I can't. I'm not gonna even try because they're obviously no. I don't think there are any black folks in Brokeback. I don't think so. I don't remember any. So I'm not gonna guess on the theme because this movie and Beverly Hills Cop, polar opposite.
There you go. There you go.
I know there's a commonality, but I ain't figured that out yet.
All right.
You'll be all right.
You'll get it.
You keep listening. All right. All right, Cam.
All right, Cam.
504-582-9422. Good morning, Roy. What's that?
Hello?
Roy? Did we lose you? Roy, did you hang up?
Hello?
Holler back at us, Roy. Yes, indeed.
Wiley said, I honestly enjoyed Ghost Dad.
Yeah, I know people who it wasn't a blockbuster, but
it was goofy.
It wasn't bad enough to become a cult bad movie. It was like under Bill, when you think of Uptown Saturday Night, Let's Do It Again, you think, oh man, there was some ensemble.
The mysteries, the mystery movies.
Yeah, when he did the mysteries, those were done, I think, purposefully with the idea of let's make a good movie. I think Ghost Dad was done the same reason Eddie Murphy did. I'm gonna find that movie.
1,000 Words, Metro.
It might have been Metro. It was something. No, he was a cop in Metro, right?
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna find out. But yeah,
the Golden Child. Well, Golden Child was actually
the Golden Child was a decent
pretty
movie.
Cool movie.
The Golden Child was a decent movie, man. No, it wasn't that. Because that was artsy. He was doing those.
Boomerang was awesome.
Let me see.
But I don't know that people. I don't know that Boomerang was considered like a great movie, but it was cool. It was a really cool movie.
I thought it was a good movie.
Yeah.
It was something back.
Pluto Nash. Ugh. Or
Pluto
Holy Man. That was terrible.
It was Pluto Nash. That's the one he talked about. He said they backed up a truck full of money.
And his kid movies are
and see, that's when he got the voice.
Yeah.
Shrek, the donkey.
Yeah, but if you saw money. Imagine that was cute.
Yeah.
Dr. Doolittle, of course, was really cute.
Because he knew, to stay relevant, he went back to make some kids movies. Get the parents so they don't know who Eddie is.
Bowfinger was terrible.
What was that?
Bowfinger, when he had the doppelganger with Steve Martin.
Bowfinger, I don't think. Right there. Yeah, no, I don't think I saw Bowfinger.
Awful. It was so bad. Oh, a vampire in Brooklyn was awful too. That was terrible. That was another terrible movie. All the Nutty Professors after the first one was like, haha, funny, haha. The second one was like, don't do it again. Meet Dave was another strange movie that he did. When he was he and a crew of people were operating a human body. like a robot.
Mm-hmm.
That was strange. So yeah, Norbit was dumb.
No, it was just, and then that was, see, that one was made just for that slapstick comedy with the CGI, with the fact, kind of trying to play off
Nutty
the Nutty Professor.
Mm-hmm.
When you so yeah, those were understandable, and they weren't top shelf movies, but they weren't. Again, they weren't bad enough to be classic bombs.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You got to really be bad.
Yeah.
And not just you give it a D. D's not enough to make. Now, that's most of the bad movies.
Right.
That's most of the bad movies get a D, right? But when you get that F minus,
then
that's when you're looking in the classics, yes.
Mm-hmm.
What you say, Josh?
Yeah, no. Bowfinger is pretty decent. Vampire Brooklyn is great because of Pop in there.
But I'm saying the
John
overall
Witherspoon.
movie was stupid.
Nope. I think it was pretty good.
Mm-mm.
Start to finish. I liked it.
Now,
Distinguished Gentleman probably is worse to me is that one, Distinguished Gentleman. But that and he did Norbit in honor of his brother. They never wrote a movie together, so that was his first time his brother wrote a movie. He backed him.
Oh, okay.
So Charlie Murphy.
Got it.
So
Charlie
but
Murphy wrote that movie?
Yeah, Charlie Murphy wrote Norbit.
Okay.
Yeah, he wrote it. The thing today got to be, I forgot how you guys like to be current, is the characters in the films are gay, movies with gay characters?
Okay, if we just go, you had an answer given. Did you hear the answer that was given, or would you like him to repeat it? Could you repeat it, please?
Movies with gay characters?
That's what...
Oh my gosh!
You just don't leave where you at and call us.
I'm going.
Don't leave where you at. Don't just.
Only place could be more hitting for you.
Stop talking.
Stay where you at. Stop talking.
No, I'm talking about another movie. If you guys played a movie with the Blue Oyster in it.
Bye, bro. Later. I don't know nothing about the Blue Oyster Cult. I knew about the Blue Oyster Cult, the band. Don't fear the Reaper. But anyway.
Okay. All right.
VOC, man, Blue Oyster Cult. Told y'all, it was music, But no, Josh, keep listening. We got more clues for you, right? And on this show, we have to have Pacific.
Pacifics.
We have to have Pacific.
Yeah.
You have to give us the Pacific thing
Think
that
about
we are
it.
looking for.
Call us back.
And you can call us back.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Just like the English teachers say, you're on the right track, just not there yet.
Mm-hmm.
Just not there yet.
And what's the words with the double meaning? What's that called? It ends with M.
She's gonna be coming.
Idiom?
Homonym.
Why
homonym.
Give it?
No, because she was taking.
No, idiom is different.
Idiom is different.
Yeah.
Good word though.
Yeah, it's good to say.
If you're gonna fail with a word, idiom is a good word to fail with. I'm like, I like that. I like that. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
504-582-9422 is the number right here on the front porch. It is Moving Monday. We're going to get another clip queued up and ready for y'all in a few minutes, and you can give us a call. We got it ready. Oh, here we go, baby. We're ahead of the game. These young people just moving.
Mm-hmm.
If you like to listen close, because here it goes.
Are you a homosexual?
What?
Are you a homosexual? Answer the question. Are you a
No.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Mark, you get your props, cuz. You one of the readers in the group. I hold y'all in the special esteem, my friend.
What?
You get your props. And you brought Mark said, because I was asking, what Mark do?
Mark said,
I provide moral support, and then with about 16 exclamation points.
Yeah.
And you do.
And he's working behind the scenes.
Oh, yeah. You're an integral part of
Mark is the IT of the front
family. That's right. We know that.
Oh, my goodness gracious. That is funny to me.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, my God. Wiley said he enjoyed Ghost Dad. It wasn't
a bad movie.
It was therapy.
It wasn't a bad movie.
It was therapy.
The movies that are bad. Those are the ones that we talk about. But sometimes it just don't live up to the hype. And just like what I said was not Golden Child. What the movie that Eddie Murphy movie was. Anyway, whatever it was, that was done, and he said it because.
Yeah, we just looked at it.
Yeah.
It was the one that was in the middle. What was the name of the movie? Because I forgot that fast. Pluto Nash.
Pluto Nash.
Yeah.
Pluto Nash. Just bring
He
the
put
money,
a
man.
string of awful movies out back to back, and I was like, "Why?" But I think he was under contract or something.
Contract.
It
You got
was
money. You just coming right there.
terrible.
And even if you want the people coming out and say, "Man, we got 300 million, and we won't give you 20." Okay. Okay. What's happening, Pam?
Okay, I'm gonna try again for this thing.
All right. Did you hear that last clue?
Yes.
Do we want to take a guess at the movie?
I'd like to guess. No, not at the movie, just
At
at
the
the
clue.
theme.
All right.
At the theme.
Okay.
Okay.
Is this movie regarding gay pride? Oh! Yes! Yes! Ooh, yeah. I'm at the 100 right now. Doggone it. Oh, I'm just going to enjoy myself right now.
Well,
Go ahead,
please
baby.
do.
Enjoy yourself. And I like you be doing the new math. You batting 100.
My
All
goodness.
Right?
All
Go
right.
ahead, Pam.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Josh, that's why we told you don't leave.
Yeah.
We needed to hear because it is what month?
Pride Month.
That's what we needed to hear.
Yes, it is Pride
Can't
Month.
just say gay. Can't just say homosexual like Denzel just said.
Are you?
Oh, you
a
homosexual?
homosexual?
You heard me answer the question. Are you?
My God. My God. Shoot. Yes, it is Pride Month.
And Mark, although said Pride Month movies,
he said it was about gay characters.
Mark also knows
It's movies with gay characters. That's what he said the theme is. He said it's Pride Month, yeah.
But it's movies with gay characters. So if you would have called in and said movies with gay characters, you would have gotten the buzzer.
Yeah.
But in your preamble, you actually stumbled upon
The
right
correct
answer.
answer. Yes.
It is Pride Month.
It is Pride Month.
And that's what you had to say in order to be Pacific. The person who did that was Pamela.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go.
There you go.
Pacifically.
Pacifically.
It was Pamela.
Uh-huh.
There you go. Now how you love that.
My
It's
goodness.
the Front Porch, y'all. WBOK 1230 a.m. What New Orleans is talking about.
All day long.
Don't go nowhere, y'all. Stick and stay. We'll see you on the other side of the break. You're on the Front Porch. You're on the Front Porch.
Good morning and happy Monday. I'm Morgan Lentis with WDSU, and here's a look at today's headlines. New Orleans police are investigating a shooting in the Bywater that injured a man. Police say this happened on Kentucky Street near North Rampart just before 11 last night. We're told the man was shot at least once and taken to a local hospital. There's no word on how he's doing this morning or a motive for the shooting. Then happening today, the trial begins for the man accused of shooting and killing a security guard last year at the Wits Inn in New Orleans. Tyrell Gilmore is charged with second-degree murder. The owner of Wits Inn told WDSU that Daryl King was shot while trying to stop Gilmore from entering the bar because he did not meet its age requirement. That trial begins at 9 a.m. Now to good news for the LSU Tigers, who punched their ticket to Omaha late last night. LSU bested West Virginia 12-4 to secure their spot. The Tigers will now play Arkansas in the first round of the College World Series. They won the national championship 2 years ago in 2023. Lastly, if you need help paying your energy bill, stop by the New Orleans East Prosperity Center from 11 to noon today. The United Way and Entergy are hosting an event to teach you about cost-saving resources. Just bring your current utility bill and register online. We put a link on WDSU.com. And that is a look at today's headlines. I'm Morgan Lentis with WDSU. Have a great day.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat, brought to you by FidelityWealthManagement.com.
Media mogul Byron Allen is ready to sell his big portfolio of TV stations. He has about $1 billion invested in TV, with stations broadcasting in 21 different markets. Bloomberg TV host Romaine Bostick knows Allen and spoke about why he initially got into the TV business to begin with back in the 90s.
He hit upon this idea that you can kind of create really low-cost content, and you can get the local stations to pick it up for next to nothing, with the caveat that they would air this at like midnight or 2 a.m., and then he would get the ad revenue. He took this idea from his kitchen table and built this into $1 billion business. His net worth now, based on Bloomberg estimates, $700 to $800 million.
Allen bought niche content outlets like the Weather Channel on the premise it was cheap to produce but could rake in money. The fact that he's selling shows that this business model is treading water in a media landscape flooded with platforms and content today. I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
With Fidelity Wealth Management, a dedicated advisor gets to know you and your goals to build a comprehensive plan to help grow and protect your wealth. Backed by a team of specialists, they'll analyze all your accounts, even the ones they don't manage, to keep an eye on taxes and provide proactive portfolio insights that can help you unlock your wealth's full potential. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC. Member NYSE SIPC.
Now more than ever, Lowe's knows you don't just want a low price, you want the lowest price. And with our lowest price guarantee, you can count on us for competitive prices on all your home improvement projects. If you find a qualifying lower price somewhere else on the same item, we'll match it. Lowe's, we help, you save. Price match applies the same item, current price at qualifying retailers. Exclusions and terms apply. Learn how we'll match price at lowes.com/lowest price guarantee.
New Orleans never sleeps, and neither does WBOK. Now, every voice, every moment, and every show is in your pocket. Search WBOK Media wherever you get podcasts. Download, share, rate us 5 stars. Because when you support us, you amplify Black voices and the New Orleans culture.
Accru NOLA invites you to join their community network in celebration honoring Juneteenth and Pride Month. On Thursday, June 19th, diverse professionals will gather for FET by Accru, an evening of authentic connection and collaboration from 5 to 8 p.m. at the Lab on Ursulines Avenue. This safe, inclusive space brings together innovators across the greater New Orleans area and the Gulf South for meaningful conversations that advances your business and professional career. Accru creates pathways for sustainable growth through genuine community. So for driven networking like this, learn more at accrunola.com/RSVP.
Making a difference in the community. WBOK 1230 AM. You're on the front porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Welcome back, y'all. It's the Front Porch, WBOK 1230 AM, what New Orleans is talking about.
All day long.
I'm your host, Graylin Brian Banks.
And I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree. Hey, y'all.
Myron Trigg out and on the other side, y'all.
Hey.
What's up, y'all?
Yeah, y'all gonna have to get that look
coordinated.
Closer. Yeah, y'all got to work on that. Oh, I ain't see you back there in the cut. What's happening?
Oh, he's back there?
I didn't even see him back there. He's back there hiding. We got all 3 of them moving in right now, y'all. Absolutely. Making it happen right here on Moving Monday. It's always good to have y'all here with us because we love being here with you. Can I tell you that?
Mm-hmm.
Just so you know, in case you hadn't known before, I want you to heard it from us that we appreciate y'all.
Mm-hmm.
We do. 504-582-9422 on this Moving Monday, which has been solved. Pride Month movies. That's what we were talking about. And not movies that were necessarily about Pride Month, but movies that featured predominantly gay characters in those themes.
Queer.
Oh, you don't say gay no more? Gay is wrong now?
No, gay is not wrong, but to make sure you don't leave people
anybody
out
else
or assume you say queer.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
See, I thought at one time you couldn't say queer because queer was like an insult. You couldn't call people
I think
queer.
because people were saying it with the vitriol.
Right. It was an insult.
But now it's not.
It's been accepted. It's kind of like, okay.
Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry. I thought I was actually being inclusive when I said gay.
So
but
when you
that's
say
not-
gay is identified with just being a homosexual, but that may not be so.
Okay.
For because there are people who fall on other
Oh,
pieces of the spectrum. So
I understand.
yeah.
Sorry.
Ah!
So right now,
Yes.
in today's society, I can say somebody's queer.
Yes, queer is the catch-all.
And it wouldn't be an
An offense.
insult.
Uh-uh.
It's not. See, that is so brand new to me.
That's what's like frustrating about it because the language keeps changing.
And that's what what do you want to be, man? What would you have us? Not us, me. What would you have me call you? I just call you bruh or the daddy or ma'am or sir or something like that. And that works for me. I just got my eyes. I got 4 and I use them.
Uh-huh.
And I look and I see what I see and that's what I call it. Have I been perfect in my assessments? No. Have I been 99%?
That sir ma'am will mess you up every time. That sir ma'am will get you caught up. I'm telling you, but yeah, no, queer covers everybody because if you assume that people are gay because they got the heavy tongue lisp or they have a certain light wrists or whatever the case is, the assumption that they are same gender loving only could be a misnomer. So
it never was that way. I don't
just
know.
happened.
I don't know who you're loving.
Right. So to make sure you catch everybody.
I don't care. Does that count for anything? The fact that whoever you love, however you're loving, I'm not uncaring.
But to make sure you catch everybody, you just say queer and you get everybody.
All right.
You get everybody in the same net versus saying, to make
Gay,
assumptions.
Which I thought was the acceptable, but that's no longer acceptable. And it was. I know it was.
Mm-hmm.
I know it was. I worked in the public. And you had to know what to say and what not to say. That was the acceptable word. I know you couldn't call nobody queer.
So
that was when I was working.
Right. It was an insult then.
Queer.
It was an insult then.
Was
Okay,
an
now
insult.
Mark, this is not so you could get in a fight calling somebody a punk, and not even a punk, but a punk, right? And there's a guy, his name is Jay something. He's online, and like it's satire, right? You call somebody a punk, you better be ready to fight because that's still an insult unless they're talking to each other.
That's when that boy made that song, Punk on Depression, huh? Who was that made that song?
Sister Nobi.
Sister Nobi. I know I heard that song.
How?
That was a big one.
Wait, was it Sister Nobi? I feel like it was Sister Nobi. But anyway,
whoever it was,
at any rate, though, you better not call nobody a punk unless you ready to fight, because that's still an insult.
Yeah. You see, and that's I didn't. Punk wasn't
not punk.
Gay, punk, whatever your punk. It wasn't
attributed
to gay, to queer. It wasn't. It was not. Punk mean you was a punk. You wasn't. You was just a punk. It usually came with 2 more words. But
punk is still insult. It's still an insult.
But it wasn't. It meant you was less than a man, not gay or queer or whatever. None of that. It just meant that when it come to men stuff, you a punk. You
that is low on the low calling you gay.
And no,
because it's sunning you.
No, it's not on the low. It's not on the cut and the cute on the cute. None of that. You was a punk.
The cute on the cute.
Nothing about no punk. When I was coming, you if you call somebody
punk, you a chump.
You're a chump, you're a punk. Anything like that, you're a square. That's what that square didn't have nothing to do with you. Was gay. That had nothing. Just like punk. When I was coming, it wasn't. If a dude, you call somebody a punk, it wasn't.
Punk meant sissy.
Queer meant sissy. Sissy meant sissy. Gay meant sissy. Well, gay, that was later. That's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to show them. I'm just saying the way the words have.
They've evolved. They've evolved.
Because you couldn't, and I think Chuck just said that I was bullied as a child with the word queer. The man just said he was
Right.
And
At
when
one point, it was an insult.
It
Yeah.
wasn't there, and now it is the acceptable, and gay no longer covers it. I just can't do it.
Because gay doesn't cover
I get what you're saying.
the
I got
spectrum.
good understanding. I get it.
Mhm.
But I wasn't trying to go through the whole spectrum. I was just talking about this. And they said, well, no, you're leaving out people. Well, just get in. If I left you out, just get in. Come on.
If I left you out,
just get in.
Just get
You don't gotta get mad. Just come on. If I said gay, you say, well, you know, I'm not, but okay, well, you can come too. I'm not trying to do anything divisive. And I love language. I love words.
Right, Mark. They call each other that. Don't
they call
you
each other
do that?
Just like women, you call each other that.
Yeah, don't call me that.
And that back
don't
and
call
forth.
me that.
And
friend.
when if you get up there and say, hey, you itches away, well, then it's the fight stuff.
Yeah.
But you just
How'd
said
he
it.
die?
It's just like the other one. You can't just because you grew up with them dudes and they allow you to say that. Young man,
don't say that
around me.
Don't say that.
Because that's your only warning. That is your only warning. That's all you're going to get. Don't do that. And I get why you say it because you around people who allow it.
Somebody
I'm not
gave
them people.
you permission.
I'm not
I
them
don't.
People. I don't give you
I
permission.
don't give you permission.
No, so you can't use that. And just like, so it's so sometimes, you know, because I know it was LGB.
LGBTQ.
It was LGB.
A.
And then it became, and then a plus.
Plus.
All I remember was just LGBTQ. Then they started adding all the alphabet.
Yes, you. See, you had all that. I knew when they had no letter.
They just started adding all the stuff. I was like, wait a minute.
And that's what man, however you live, if you or whatever you sign on, I'm telling you, why do I need to know your specifics? If I'm not talking about that. If I'm just making a statement, why is it necessary that I know your specific kink, like, dislike, or whatever? I don't know if I need to.
Okay, so lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, or questioning falls under the Q. Intersex.
I would call somebody questioning?
Because some people may not be sure.
Right, but you would refer to this person as a questioning person?
Yeah, they may refer to themselves as
I'm questioning.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't know.
Right.
Intersex, asexual.
Asexual means you either one. You don't.
You
claim
experience little or no sexual attraction,
nothing at all,
or has little interest in sexual activity, and then
with anybody.
Right.
With anybody.
Nothing. You're right.
Nothing.
Right.
Right. Okay.
Nothing draws
you. Don't have to say asexual.
Yeah.
With something else, because I'm not having sex with these people.
Mm-hmm.
You just asexual. You ain't have sex with nobody.
You don't want nothing. Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't want to leave nobody out.
That's why we say queer.
That's it. I didn't used to be able to say queer. See, I'm telling you, this whole thing, I would honestly and truly in my heart think I was insulting somebody.
Yeah. No.
I'm from that school. If I called you queer, you throw your hands up. I have a fist ball,
Mm-hmm.
because if I said that, I know I'm trying
to hurt you. Yeah.
But now it's embraceable.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. And I'm not, and that's the only thing I can do is know my heart.
Uh-huh.
The only thing I can do is know my heart.
You know what? Anita asked the question, like, when did Pride Month start? I don't know if you know Marsha, a black trans woman who in the 1960s and 70s who really got Pride recognized. Pride's been around a long time, but of course a lot of things existed in small communities. Juneteenth has been around for a long time, but it only existed in some communities because truth be told, if you tell people about if you were telling certain people about Juneteenth in the 1980s, there are some Negroes who would be like, who? Juneteenth? What? I'm not that kind of black. So it existed in certain communities where it hadn't been nationally recognized. It's just that these things are coming to the forefront because people are talking about it. But Pride has been around. It's been around for years, and it was started by a black. Well, the impetus was for a black was a black transgender woman. Marsha, I cannot think of her last name. It'll come to me, but yeah, it had happened a very, very, very long time ago. 1969 started with Stonewall. And if you know anything about Stonewall, we had the bar upstairs that was kind of like a Stonewall here.
Here in New Orleans,
Yeah.
where they had the fire.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, yep, that 1969 has been around for quite some time.
Yeah.
And so the first commemorated event happened in 1970, June 28th, 1970.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
And Juneteenth, of course, has had a long, long, long standing history, but nobody really, we have all these different kinds of black people, which is the weirdest thing to me. But that originated in 1865, but still, even when I was teaching, like early in my teaching career, people still didn't know about it. So yeah.
Yeah, it's not surprising. It's not surprising. It was not popularized until later on when folks started realizing that black is beautiful and starting to look at different things as part of our history and reclaiming the parts of history that had been, for lack of a better term, whitewashed, taken away, or otherwise ignored. And when that pride started to come back, that's when you started to get that. And even when that happened, everybody wasn't feeling that pride.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody doesn't feel that pride. Everybody doesn't feel the same pride that you may feel at being a certain thing. And okay, but that shouldn't dissuade you. You should not let your light dim because somebody else needs to put on sunglasses. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Handle your business and worry about the rest.
Marsha P. Johnson. That's who I was trying to remember.
Yeah, what you call him just said it.
Thank you. Who said that?
Yeah,
Chuck. Yeah,
Chuck,
Marsha P. Yeah, Marsha P. Johnson was one of the activists that I guess gave the inspiration for Pride because of the Stonewall situation. And then, like I said, we had the bar. It was the bar upstairs. Was the name of it here, where people were not able to bury their loved ones because they were in a bar that only had one way in and one way out, and all of those people burned. It's crazy.
Oh yeah,
craziness.
And they say it was an arson.
Mm-hmm.
So it was an arson.
And for people who have these opinions, we talk about people's humanity. What makes these people's lives not worth anything to you? Like, there's a lot of people who, there's one particular person that I'm waiting for something to happen to. However, and the ripple that would cause would be problematic, right? But that's not at my hands, and that's not at my will for that to happen. People have, regardless of how terrible even people, and most of these people who you deem to be terrible because they do something different than you agree with, often they're not the ones that we should be after. They're often not the predators. There's the ones that are standing with Bible in hand, be some of the ones that's perpetuating some of these terrible, heinous things, but you will not go against them. And that's weird to me. It's very odd.
That's people in power. They don't want you. That's because it's not just Bibles, it's badges too.
Bibles, badges, people who are in places of power, and people who are supposed to protect the people and espouse to do just that.
Yeah.
But they're absolutely not doing such. Now look at you, Josh. Look at you, Josh. You already in.
3 chapters in on this shiny book. I'm telling you, bro, you gonna be not them 50 chapters gonna go by. I'm telling you, and you're gonna put it down twice. You're gonna put it down twice because it's king at his best, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's king it is scary. I'm telling you. And I love scared stuff. I love being scared. I love scary movies. I like good scary movies. I don't like none of that just gratuitous, just slashing and chopping in another set of kids at another abandoned summer camp with another undead. No. It's just horror that's got some sense, horror that's got a good story. If it's got some gore in it, I'm good with it.
Mm-hmm.
But not just because some fools heard about the legend and all of them go out there. Now we trying to figure out different ways for them to get killed that the other people haven't got killed.
And you know what? I also wanted to circle back to this because a lot of people want people who are queer to choose black only, as if black is not just their only existence, and that's not. And in the
They
civil
choose
rights,
black only for what?
just as you just black. You don't worry about the rest of it. Just ignore the fact that you are queer. Like a lot of black people want other black queer people to do that. However, that happened a lot in the civil rights movement where we had people who were very what's the word I want? Important.
Integral
Yeah.
to the part. Bayard Rustin.
Yes. Bayard Rustin
was the architect of the March on
and
Washington.
he was gay.
He was gay as he wanted to be.
Yes.
And he wasn't hidden.
Right.
He was not what the man was not trying to hide. He was as gay as he wanted to be. Wasn't everybody that was around him knew.
Yes.
He knew. Martin Luther King knew.
Yep.
Ralph Abernathy knew. Mrs. King knew. Mother King knew. Papa King knew. Because he wasn't trying to hide.
Correct.
He
James
was who
Baldwin,
he was.
you know, and so many other people.
Unapologetically gay, man.
And then Lorraine Hansberry, there have been talks about whether or not she was queer. So, like, for those of y'all who keep pushing this weird obsession, you say, oh, it's an agenda. These people have always been around. You just ignore.
What are we talking about?
No, you got to
All
pay
kind of stuff.
attention.
There you go.
No,
It's the front porch conversation.
Yeah.
Dude. You got to keep up.
You got to keep up.
Yep.
Nara just asked if Dr. King was gay.
No.
Dr. King?
No.
Not Bayard
Rustin.
Bayard Rustin was who is called the architect of the
Civil rights movement.
The March on Washington. The March on, he played an integral part in the civil rights movement. He was an attorney. He was a brilliant man, strategist, orator, writer. He was brilliant. But he was gay. And at the time, just like the first lady who
started
refused to sit
the
or
boycott
stand up on the boycott was a unwed pregnant young woman, Claudette Colbert, something like that. I'm gonna think it's her name, but she was not chosen to be the face of it. Just like Bayard Rustin was not thrust into the forefront by the microphone. Brilliant man, very articulate, could have probably made the point just as good or better than Dr. King. But at the time, him being a homosexual man was not something that they wanted to put forward. But it did not stop the folks who were working from working with him because he was brilliant. Because he was brilliant. Bayard Rustin. Rustin.
There you go.
Look him up.
Look
you don't
him
know
up.
who it is.
And there's several more.
Bad
more. And so, like, for the people who definitely, yeah, you ain't wrong, Rambo. He said, let's not forget about all those macho rappers that have been exposed lately. Not just that, right?
Dude.
My thing is this. For the people who are constantly causing legislation or writing different policies to push down on behaviors that they say is wrong, you got to question why you always have that hair up your behind with regard to that. Because it seems like the people who really have the biggest hard-ons for discriminating against queer people are often the ones who are completely invested and participating in the air quote lifestyle. Like, but you rather than letting the attention be called on you, you point outward. And every single time they find out that what you was doing was the same thing you were talking about is wrong.
It's the Front Porch, y'all. WBOK 1230 AM. What New Orleans is talking about.
All day long.
Stick and stay, y'all. We'll see you on the other side of the break.
This is your news update for WBOK from WDSU. For all your news and weather, watch WDSU News, New Orleans' leader in live, local, late-breaking news. Today at noon and 4 p.m.
Scattered showers and thunderstorms throughout the day, ending by late evening. A couple of these could turn severe. Main impacts are strong winds, heavy rain, and lightning. If not impacted by the rain, temperatures reach the low 90s, filling up to 105. A few showers possible for tonight with lows in the 70s. Another round of heavy rain possible for Tuesday with highs in the upper 80s to low 90s. More rounds of rain and heat for the rest of the week. For the WDSU First Warning Weather Center, I'm Raven Richard.
Start your day off right.
Just getting your day started.
Early morning gospel on WBOK.
Saints of God, it's time for us to tell you the truth. It's time for you to start your 21-day challenge. Don't take another day. Do it right now. Call 504-701-4711. That's the whole water stove, Pastor David Impartan Sr., the host of Change Your Water, Change Your Mind. This is the water that's designed to change your body, the way you think, the way you act, and the way you look. Why don't you start your 21-day challenge today? For $35, you can start it right now. Call me so we can set up your appointment. 504-701-4711. That's 504-701-4711. Change your water, change your mind.
Hello, I'm Gary Clark. Please tune in to Dr. Clark 101, The Living Classroom, which is broadcasted weekly every Wednesday at 12:30 p.m. on WBOK 12:30 a.m. on your dial. And as always, it's been a pleasure.
Progressive knows if you have to choose between everyday life and your boat, boat wins.
What are you going to do? Take the boat out for a spin or go mail something?
Boat wins!
Are we cleaning the patio or taking the boat out fishing?
Boat wins!
Are we skipping that eye exam to go sailing?
Boat wins!
Rescheduling eye exams can be a nightmare.
All right, fine. Eye exam, then boat.
Yeah! With Progressive, you can bundle your boat with your home or auto and save with a discount and spend more time enjoying those savings on your boat. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states and situations.
You're on the Front Porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Welcome back, y'all. It's the Front Porch, WBOK 1230 AM. What New Orleans is talking about
all day long.
I'm your host, Graylin Brian Banks.
And I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree. Hey, y'all.
But a tyrant just tossed it over to us just now. Want to say something to the people, cuz? All right. And the same to you, my friend.
Oh, my God. Oh, Lord, have mercy.
Yes, indeed, y'all. It's Movie Monday, and as you know, the theme to today's Movie Monday was Pride movies. Since it is Pride Month, which has sparked a whole nother conversation, which I am steadily learning, which I love to do with Front Porch. Affords me the opportunity to learn about things that I thought I may have known, but have come to find out that I was wrong as three left shoe. I would not have called anybody queer, but now I will.
Oh, okay.
I
was like, huh?
Yeah,
wait,
no,
okay.
Queer, I was this today's old. Now I've seen the word, I've seen it, but I would not have used it to talk to somebody or to describe somebody, not without knowing that I'm taking a chance and might hurt their feelings, if that makes any sense. Good morning, Elvin. What's happening?
Good morning, Braylon. Good morning, Kim. Good morning, radio family.
Good morning, Elwin. How are you?
I'm doing just fine. On this topic, I've always told you, I have nothing against them.
Against who?
But against the gays.
Okay.
Okay, I have nothing against them, as long as they don't approach me with it.
Oh, so like white people don't have nothing against the blacks or the browns?
No.
That's what you sound like right now, Elwin.
I don't have anything against them, as long as they don't approach me, and you know what kind of way I'm talking about. Kim.
That's really some self-confidence that they would want to approach you, Elwin.
But believe me, some have approached me that way.
How many?
Tell them off.
How many? Exactly.
About a dozen.
I don't believe you.
You don't believe me?
I do not.
Oh,
I feel like that's a big reach. I love you, but I feel like that's a reach.
That's a reach, right? That's a reach. But anyway, I pull them off in a nice way, you know. I say I like the ladies with. Okay, I like the
You
real
like the
ladies.
ladies at
That's a
WBOK.
nice way of
What?
saying it.
What you
I
said?
like the real. I said I like the real ladies.
Oh, all right then.
So I told them in a nice way. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So
And that's crazy to assume gay with changing gender. Like that's just we gotta do better. We gotta do better.
okay.
Gotta do better.
Say, Braylon, the police looking for you, bro.
They've been looking for me since '73.
Well, Stuart Copeland and Sting is looking for you.
Oh, I don't mind if they find me.
That
Listen,
police.
It'd be like I'm strange, like an Englishman in New York. You understand what I'm saying?
Hey, I call it. You know what I'm gonna call your doctors on Wednesday? The Moonshine Doctors.
The Moonshine Doctors? Why the Moonshine Doctors, Elwin?
Well, they always, they're complaining. I mean, they always talk about things that, like the, like different topics and diseases and stuff, and invention of shots and stuff, and that comes from the moon. That comes from in space. So I call them the Moonshine Doctors.
Are you high?
Nope.
No, I am not high. No, I am not.
But I want to know, say, bro.
Oh my God.
Do you have a favorite cologne that you wear?
Yeah.
What is it?
I can't think of the name of it now, but I have several names of colognes I like to wear.
I was just wondering what you had on when them dozen gay men was hitting on.
My God.
Oh no! I didn't have anything on. In fact,
Well,
I
you
can't
ain't
think
had
of
nothing on. Well, I guess
that's why they was hitting
they
on
thought
you,
it was
walking
open
around with
season.
nothing on.
They thought it was open season.
No. I mean, no. It's not open season with me, but that's okay. But I told them off in a nice way.
I'm sure you did.
I have no problem with them being like that.
Well,
But
I'm
you
sure
shouldn't.
They're pretty
You
happy.
shouldn't. Nobody's inviting you to that party.
You've been
and I wouldn't
invited.
want-
I am.
And I wouldn't want to go to that party.
And that's fine. But I mean, like, nobody. I want you to hear me good here.
Yeah.
Most straight men, gay men are not interested in because they don't clean themselves well enough. That's the first thing. The second thing is they typically know who's attracted to them, which is why when you hear about men saying, oh, they didn't let me know or they tricked me, no, you're in the places where those people tend to reside. There's nobody stealthily coming at you. So, Elwin, it's not a them problem. That's a you problem. I know you've been dealing with yourself for a long time, but nobody's coming to see you, Elwin. Okay?
Well, I'm glad. Well, amen to that.
All righty. You are safe,
Amen
I
to that.
promise.
Amen to that.
There
So
you
I'm
go.
glad that's done. But anyway, Kim.
Yes, sir.
Did you the people is out there on the run. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Who's on the run? You talking about the escapees? I think
yeah,
it's only one left, huh?
No, it's two.
Oh, okay. Two are still out? Oh, yeah, because the murderer ain't said nothing. It's the other one.
That's the one you need to be worried
Yeah, the other one. Yeah, I mean, they gonna stay gone as long as they can. I don't really have I don't have really too much commentary on that one.
I think, you know what I think?
What's
And
that?
pardon me for saying this, but I think they would destroy themselves before they let them catch them.
You never know. They seem to be pretty slick, so I don't know.
You know, I mean, if let's say it this way, if I was one, I think I would try to hide out somewhere where they can't find me at. Like, I can't say where I would hide, but I would hide in places where they normally wouldn't look.
It seemed like one of them you ain't heard from. It's only the one that keeps popping up on social media. The other one you ain't heard. Had no hide from.
The other one got a murder charge. The other one he got several murder charges to do. Now that dude, there ain't no joke. You're laughing, but that dude right there, Slim, he is a murderer. Not for play. Not for play. I'm not trying to diminish what the other dude did, but he's in for domestic battery.
Mm-hmm.
He was beating up women allegedly, right? That's what he was in jail for. But this other dude, no, bro. He a killer. For real, for real. So that's what all that other making videos and all that kind of foolishness, that dude ain't doing that, man. That dude doing everything he can not to go back. Because if he go back, he ain't coming back.
Mm-hmm.
And he know that. That's what make him dangerous. This other dude making a video because he think this a game. He playing. But I can trust me when I tell you that other dude is not. I don't want to come nowhere near that dude. And I'm telling you, because it's gonna be because he ain't got nothing to lose.
Right.
He ain't got nothing to lose, bro. Nothing.
Let me ask you this: the ones who's not making a video,
the murderer,
right? You think he would harm anybody?
Yes.
Now,
I think he do with it, man. Look, bro. They can only give him so many life sentences, bro. What you mean would he do it? Of course he do it. What else they gonna do to him? What they gonna do to him? The dude broke out of jail. I think he had 3 life sentences because he'd already been found guilty of killing some people. So he looking at forever, ever. So do I think that he would bust at some people to try not to get caught? Of course I do.
Yes.
Kidnap him, hostage, any of that, bro. He know if they slap them handcuffs on him again.
That's it.
That's it, dog. That's it. So yeah, he dangerous.
now, I want to make a guess at the movie.
All right, guess the movie.
Crocodile Dundee.
Bye. Thank y'all for giving us 3 hours out of your lives that you'll never get back. And we certainly hope we've given you a little bit of something in return for the investment of your time. I'm your host, Graylin Bryant Banks.
And I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree. Take care of yourselves and each other.
Y'all practice random acts of kindness. Oh, say bye, people.
Bye, y'all.
I guess that's it. We closing the show.
Trey?
Nothing.
I'm telling people bye. Naira? I want to tell you they got 2 people passing outside. Go grab them in there, tell them come in and tell them people bye. Thank y'all for joining us, and we going to see y'all on the flip.